SCENED, the most triggering episode.
Typo.
Can we workshop alternate names for this show? Because it could have been called The Man underneath the dog.
Could have been called the Mkotoi.
Could have been called The How. Thank you.
The side chick industry is falling. It's falling
it's
apart.
failing.
Failing.
It is in shambles.
It is in shambles.
It is in shambles.
Please,
Nyamosha.
Control yourselves.
Nyamosha.
You know, labo side boy on the show, which they were acting like, you know what I mean? Kona side boy ga AC.
Siyafika lapho, siyafika lapho.
Wait.
Siyafika lapho.
We are one.
Yeah.
We are boy.
Matipa sticks around like the glue on her wigs.
Yeah.
Strong.
Strong.
Gila.
I feel like you shouldn't be in this operating room because this is personal to you.
In fact, I'll just say it one more time. Jonasi Gomora.
Oh.
Okay, I seen it.
Right.
You're like, alrighty. Spoil.
We have returned.
And stuff.
Like Yizo.
Yeah.
The return, Baba.
Yeah, Blake.
But we're also beautiful.
You know what I
Look at
mean?
my friend. Look at my look at my curls. Look at my
All of this. All of this. Yes.
It's back for you. It's all back for you.
Imagine the two of us as someone's wife.
Ngani akuna PC efunwayo ezotholakala la ekhaya.
PC yani? In fact, you know what? Maybe the wives must never be friends because I don't see it.
Uyibonile
working great.
when they started being friends. Akuna peace.
Nothing. He died. It's over. It's the death of everything.
I-formula ngicela siyipakishe le formula siyipackage siyithengisele ama wives. Sunmani, my name is Olivia, my name is OJ, Miss OJ. If you nasty. This is my friend, my girl, my baby.
Also
Who you be,
Fifi.
girl?
Also Fifi.
Okay.
Also known as.
AKA.
Yes.
AKA.
Yes, Mama Sakaya and stuff. Only on Sundays.
Other days of the week.
Busy cool. Too busy.
Okay, and we have our other cast member doing the DJing at the big.
Yes.
Sanbonan.
That bro Eon,
San
aka Tiny Dude No Bass, aka.
Yes, hello.
Oh, okay. Today, what are we review?
Okay, so today we are talking about the famous, the dramatic,
The
ever-triggering Polygamist. The Polygamist. That's on Netflix currently. It is a 22-part series. Guys, enough episodes for you to go crazy because, hey,
That's what happened.
That's what happened. So so let me just tell you what the story is about. You know, in a cute little one. So this story is about Jonasi Gomora, a self-made CEO and banker who carefully curated his empire. And that empire begins to crumble, you know, and because of his wife, his secret second wife, his mistress, and girlfriend, who end up fighting for his life and wealth. Literally fighting for his dead body. It's weird, but yes, it's a fight for this horrible human being.
It's a fight for position.
It's a fight for position in this man's life.
I also want to be inside.
Yes,
Yeah,
Jonasi,
it's really
because he's a man. It's a paradise, it's a war zone.
It's a ego.
It's
a ego.
Ukansi.
What? Before you get into him.
It's a stigmatization when I'm going to tell something that you didn't ask me. Yabona lento. Yazin, ngicela usho khuluma first before we get
Guys,
into why
before
I'm angry.
khuluma ngale story lesi good TV version. This is a story that was written by an author. Her name is Sunyati.
Yes, girl.
Usu, uhlala next door, our neighbors. We love y'all.
It's a woman.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Her name is Sunyati. She has written multiple books, guys. This is not her only book. She's got like 4 or 5 books. And I think if her writing in her other stories is anything similar to this, because her titles are very saucy, spicy, sultry. Kunabo gold diggers, kunabo family affair. Usukahle kahle ngathi uthanda drama.
Usuthanda the ending.
Usuthanda drama.
So likes it.
I bet you it will not be a year or two before they make another series of one of her other
They
books.
have to.
If they're as spicy as what's been confirmed.
Oh my God. Yes.
Sunyati is amazing. She is on a world tour now. You know, when I say world, I mean Africa.
It's a world.
It's the world.
It's a
Even
paradise.
as 55 countries is
Yeah.
the world. Sanbonan. And she talks about the differences between the book and the series. Bookworms, please correct us, because I'll forget some of the stuff, because I heard the interview while I was driving. She talks about how Jonasi actually has two brothers in the book. And Umagesh, yes. And Umagesh is an amalgamation. English.
Amalgamation.
English.
It's fusion.
Amalgamation of both brothers. Also, Jonas has two sons, Mzansi and another kid who, whatever.
I mean, technically,
Actually, he does in the thingy, but he has two
Sorry.
grown sons in the book.
Oh.
And Mzansi is another amalgam of both of those.
I mean, it makes sense because
Right?
really the bipolar's crazy.
And another thing she mentioned is that Joyce is a bit more aggressive on the book. She's not the doormat, docile.
Always.
Yes.
Oh, this says a lot about my comments.
She's not docile because she'd be wild.
She ain't never been docile.
We'll get into the characters.
I don't know if I want to read the book now that I've seen the show. I don't know. Have you ever watched the movie and then read the book?
Yes, I have.
And how was the experience?
I wish I hadn't watched the movie first.
Yeah, man?
Yes.
This is why I didn't read Harry
Yes.
Potter. Like, I tried to read. I didn't read all of them because I realized, I'm going to be mad. I'm going to be angry. Why didn't you have this in the movie? Why didn't you have this?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So I think I'm fine with what I know. Just like The Wife, I will keep just watching it and not read it.
It's from a book?
It's from a book. It's
I
a
did not know.
series of
Series of
books, in fact.
books.
Yes.
Is it a female author
It's
again?
a female author. Drama, we have it on pack, guys. You know what I mean?
Shout out to African female
Shout
authors.
out.
Shout out to African authors. Let me not be a gender.
I think that South Africa is in love with the whole polygamy stuff because now The Wife is also polygamy based and Polygamist is also, you know what I mean?
And one of the
And
most
the
popular
saloons.
reality TV show is Uthando Nes.
Tambu. So we love watching it. We don't like being in it. Anyway, before we get into a lot, as in Ngathanda nje, because I want us to break it down, but we shouldn't just break it down alone as females. We need to have a male voice in the room. So as I was telling you, Jonasi, try and explain Jonasi to us because we're looking at it from that female lens. Ion, please come sit here.
Leave the cameras.
Come sit
Leave
here.
the cameras.
Sit here and tell us what you in fact, you must answer for Jonas.
Yeah.
You must answer for Jonas.
Attitude.
What is y'all's problem as men?
Awuthini ukuphona kancane.
Excuse me, are you telling us what to do? Immediately. Upon arrival.
In the wise words of Jonasi, khuluma nobani kanjani?
Are you about to leave the show because it's too dramatic for you?
That's the formula,
That's
right?
this formula.
Bathi nje hlahla kancane, Jonas. Angiyithandi lento. Gone.
For you guys, emakhaya sanibonani. I go by the name of that boy Ian, aka Tiny Doodle Base. I'm gonna wish up before we get started now. The views and thoughts and expressions that are shared by Jonas are not shared by the majority, nor should I more accurately say shared by the totality of black men in this country. Nevertheless, Jonas, uyinja. Asifaleni.
Anyway, let's talk about all the things that made us yell.
Print, that's the one.
Before we get into the nitty-gritties, I just want to say as an overall story, you guys managed to keep me very well engaged.
And it's hard to do
It's very hard to do that. I'll be honest, that there was a certain point in time where I was watching and I think I said it out loud that this feels like it's written in micro drama format.
Yes, you said that.
Yeah, it was very
I saw that.
laced in cocaine.
Just dopamine.
I feel like the opening scene
Girl.
was so impressive AF.
Girl.
Joyce, which is the first wife
Yeah.
of the story.
Inverted
commas, was walking. It's a funeral, you know. Kshoniwe. And basically took the end and put it at the beginning.
Yeah.
And she's walking over to the dead man in the coffin. And she literally goes, "Angazi something, umtuga, because she's so angry at this man. And you'll find out why. But I just heard Eve's song play in my head. I don't even know you, but I kill you myself.
That's right.
That man was in a coffin.
That's
and
right.
I already was
and
like,
she still had that energy yokuthi ngizokubulala even more.
Yeah.
It's like rise up ngizokubulala
and what's
futhi.
nice is that they literally shared the premise. They showed us what we are building up to.
Yeah.
Just by that little monologue
Which was
that she had with the
beautifully
dead body.
done, which
you know?
was beautifully done.
That was cool. Like you don't often see a lot of films where they do that.
Yeah.
Where they literally already show us the ending, but we still want to see it anyway.
Can I tell you what I thought about it when they did that? Immediately, I thought about How to Get Away with Murder.
Yes.
That is the format.
and that's why I love that
That was
show.
the format.
Yeah.
That was the drips of cocaine. They were just like, oh, somebody did. And we were like, wow.
Yeah.
And then they tell you the story,
Yeah.
which was well.
I don't
done.
even know you, but I hate you.
But I kill you myself.
Oh, you guys did the most. You guys got the right type of gear. You got the right type of people. You got the right type of makeup artist, the wardrobe. Nibahle. I didn't question the validity of this world at all. I believed everything. I believed that Jonasi was a multimillionaire, whatever nair you are. But I believe that you are that nair.
You're a nair.
You
He's
are
one
a
of them
nair.
nairs.
He's a nair. I believe the wife now. I believe the wives, the side chick. I believed her being a side chick. You know, you looked like the side chick. They made sure you are dressed like one.
The entire
The entire time until they
towards the end.
until the
Yeah.
face faced.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's when, you know. But even the brother, everyone was true to their character.
The way they introduced each character was so well done. It was so
Yeah.
well done. The opening scene for me offsets Chef's Kiss, but the way they introduced each character made it very clear. Oh, who's this? Who's this? My favorite introduction was Uesi and Ufreedom. That scene outside the house, their interaction, yes, and her just like being like, and then I loved that.
Once again, you know, right off the top, boom, smack bam, strong energy. Love this woman's presence. Joyce's mom.
Standy way.
Her name is befitting because like,
We are Tandra.
every single scene.
I'm not gonna lie, there's never been a single movie I've seen post like your 2018, 2019 where she's in it, and I'm like, I don't know if I like this role. And it's not even the fact that like the role she's playing is fundamentally different to all the other roles, because she's always like the voice of reason, the wisdom, the calm, stoic woman. But maybe that's what just makes the role amazing for her, because it's like it literally sits on her lap and she's perfect for it.
She embodies
every
that
time.
character. She is that
Every
character.
time. Yeah.
I hope, in fact, you know what? I hope we are not that character so that we can be like, yes, girl.
You're so different.
You're so the
in
other
real life.
one.
So Tony Pez got my crate.
Like,
Damn, is that you?
Let
Let her be so dope if she was very different. This
Yeah.
speaks to what I spoke about when we were watching. Ugutim, remember I was telling you guys how much I'm so in love with Ujoyce being like, and the still acting.
Yeah,
And then later
yeah.
on, as I saw her unravel, I was like,
Then you meet the mom.
The person who was doing that for me was Tandiwe's character, the mom, Joyce's mom.
Yeah, and you can tell, you can even tell even in the progression of the story,
Yes.
that she was almost always trying to bring her back to that center.
to
like,
center
poise
yourself, calm down,
you know?
think things through,
Yeah.
don't react, respond,
Yeah,
which was amazing.
that
I
was
think
cool.
the casting was top tier here.
Ooh.
Kukukumete.
Yes.
Your acting was amazing here. Keeping it still, keeping your chaos calm. You managed to do that in certain areas where it was needed, and then you lost your ish in the other, and then you came back to yourself, which was the unpredictability of the show. I had a problem with it initially, but then now I
Same.
think about it, I'm like,
Same.
actually, I might
It
not
was
have
fitting.
known where, because who's going to keep calm during such crazy Jonas times?
Yeah, I know what she
Yeah,
does.
no.
Speaking of cast, can we talk about how me, the person who pleasantly surprised me throughout this show, is Kenneth Nkosi. Aibo!
Yeah.
No
did
slapstick
it.
comedy acting.
He did
You
it.
I've never seen you so calm, Kenneth. I didn't know this part of you existed. In fact, we were complaining on the show
That he's too
that you are
slapstick.
too slapstick.
Yeah.
Ukuthi wena uhlezi amehlo amakhulu,
Yeah.
But here you were like, my brother is trash.
I'm
but
clipping that. Like,
I'm
I'll show
here.
us, like, we're clipping that.
We have to.
And I'm zooming in on her face.
We don't have a choice.
Like,
we don't have
it's
a
gonna
choice.
happen.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's all Kenneth was saying.
So Kenneth really kept it. He was still, you know, and acting with very big characters. Like, I mean, the fake wife, which is what's her name? Essie, Celeste.
Yes.
She's a big character. You know what I mean? Imagine if Kenneth decided, or the director, why Agule direction with Kenneth is playing a big character next to Celeste.
Would have been so
It was
easy
gonna
to
be
do that.
chaotic.
It would have
it's
been
an
so easy to do that
Yeah.
because Jonas is so grating. And Kenneth being a reactive brother to like your nonsense, but also like still accommodating, would have been so easy to write that in.
Yeah.
But he didn't. And he wasn't meek or humble or docile. He was just calm
if
and
anything-
older brother.
accommodating.
If anything-
he was the voice of reason.
And if anything, what
For
I
Jojo.
really liked about how they embellished his character to us,
Yeah.
there's a particular scene early on in the show, and this is from episode 1, where the boys go and cause a ruckus at the club after one of the boys take
my
that stuff. Yeah,
dog.
Le pizza
That's in my
shit.
print.
Le pizza
That's in my
shit,
print.
clapping.
Yes.
And then
Yes.
when they're done with that, the owner of the club then follows them to
the wedding, a vow renewal
and
thing. Yeah.
Kenneth's character pops up, talks to the dude, says, "Hey, bro, we can either solve it as street niggas, or we can just talk it out. You can
Yes.
dip, I'll pay you whatever."
Yes.
The guy decided, "I'm gonna solve it like a street nigga," and it's like, "Okay, cool. Let me show you how we get down."
And we
Right? That's
Takes
such
off
a
his jacket.
and it's such a stark character difference, showing that Kenneth Gahle was the guy who's holding everything together. He's the stronger brother, and you see it right then and there. You know, he's the uncle
Yeah.
who's not going to go knock at the door of the brother while he's busy making those. I could come solve the issue.
Yeah.
Nah, I'll solve it myself.
They always make it seem like it's a bad thing to sit quietly.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's about timing, guys.
Yeah.
It's about
And I
timing.
think Tandiwe's character and Kenneth's character play parallel characters in being the anchors to the chaotic two
Yeah.
leads.
Yeah. Yeah.
And show us that timing
True.
and kuzaring the people that you love is important.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love that. print.
Can I while we're on the point of cost, two faces I really enjoyed seeing, and I know we didn't see them much. Personally, I'm like, thank you guys for actually being part of the cast.
Yeah.
Firstly was Farida. I love Pharaoh guys. Like,
shout out to you, girl.
like, you know, every time I see you, it's like you're my boy, and like we've never spoken ever. We've never met.
spoke
Like you're my boy.
once or
You're my boy,
twice,
dog.
so.
Second one was
will.
Uthandolwethu. Uthandolwethu Zondi. The kid, the guy from Love and Wine. Yeah.
Naughty.
Concept of
Pretty
That
eyes.
guy.
Dude.
Yeah.
Oh,
Shout
you know, we
out.
always love seeing your
We
nasty.
love seeing you. And I love that he didn't get a big character.
Yeah.
Yes. Sofindaba was
That's
in there
all.
for like a literal 2 seconds.
Girl, we love you. And doing what you do best on the show, which is organize weddings and
Also-
make sure they pop and parties and events. Girl.
Not a lie.
I like how your IMDb cast says Sofindaba as herself.
Yes, yes, that's what she gave us herself.
I hope they said the same about Mapasek because she was there. As
Yes, as herself.
As herself.
I
Right?
think while we're on the
Yeah.
casting conversation, can we give flowers to Celeste?
Yo.
Guys,
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah.
Celeste played the ish out of this role.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
did.
She started off as she's the first wife, in fact.
Spoiler.
First wife.
To be honest.
She is. She
to
is.
be honest.
And she's the ride or die. She's that girl that takes you out of poverty and puts you here. But
Inawageza.
you know, kinekazi bese yamshiya, but akamshiyanga. But anyway, you did right when I Jonas by her ish.
Rightish.
Then you stopped somewhere. But anyway,
Yeah,
yes,
yes,
you had
yes.
potential, Jonas.
job,
If it wasn't
nigga.
for the things in you between your legs. But anyway, Celeste, guys, she started off as this. She started off as this Garcia, me, I don't give a damn, and it's typical character. Well, I'm here with the alcohol, you know what I mean? Which we questioned. And then you moved on to, I am actually concerned about my child and what's going to happen. And I'm concerned about Umshatowam. And then we started learning who you are, which you are actually truly, out of all these wives, you are the one who loved Jonas.
The most.
Guys, Celeste loved Jonas from start
Yeah.
all the way till the end. Literally till the end. Everyone else was losing their minds. Yeah, I'm an independent black woman who needs no man. Celeste was like, I need my man. I need my man even in his death. I need my man, you know. So Celeste, we saw the crazy all the way to the calm. I am so glad they did that for you.
Yeah.
You did that for yourself.
In fact, she was the most accommodating person to him.
But oh,
Because you look at all the other characters, right? And maybe here's probably the honest truth about it. Maybe the reason why she was the most accommodating was because she was the one who was lied to the least.
So I was gonna counter your saying that she loved him most by that, just to say I don't think that's what it is. I just think she tolerated it. And she was like, meh.
I think she loved him.
She
man.
loved
No,
him.
not to say she didn't.
Yeah.
Because your statement was she loved him most.
The most, yes.
I
Yeah.
don't believe that. Again, different perspective, right?
Yeah.
I don't believe she loved him the most. I think there's something
tolerated
about
him the most.
long-term relationships, guys, where you get to a point where it's not love anymore. It's what I know.
Do you think
And
it
you
wasn't
stay.
love? Okay, because she's seen this version of Jonas has been true to her since they were kids.
Yes.
There was never a time when
Where
Jonasi
he
was
lied
not
about
a
who
pig.
he is.
Ever.
In front of her.
In front of her.
Even before they dated,
And
because they were besties.
Do you think that's what she loved
I think
about him?
No.
I mean, she did complain. It's like, I hope you're not bringing your girl.
not
But
at all.
has she dealt with her own issues? Has she dealt with herself to understand what is it that I like about this man? Because she knew this is the man, and yet she stayed.
yeah.
Book girlies, please tell us. Maybe there's a backstory in the book that we didn't get in the TV show.
Perhaps.
Please, we are
Perhaps.
here. Let's go.
So, like, I want to question the character of Uesi, the type, because I know women like this exist.
Yeah.
Who stick around for this nonsense. Babe, only nonsense.
Better the devil you know type mindset.
Oh my goodness.
And also it's the state of familiarity. I've known you
That's
long-
why.
literally it's the same psychology as the parents and why parents will always see you as this little kid, right? Because they raise you. Bongag, you know what I mean? Like they're not as familiar with the old current version of you as they are with the one
They
you
do
were
struggle
raising.
with us growing and
You know,
changing.
so
But I
it's-
also think Essie's mindset speaks to what all men, some men like to say. You know, back in the day, Abo Mama Betu were married for 37 years, all that bullshit.
and
It
they
really,
stuck
I think
around.
her character speaks to that mindset because it's not an age thing. There are people our age who still believe that.
Yeah.
Because I think Celeste is my age mate. But also, so I think she was representing that mindset. You would see people will stay in horrible, sometimes not horrible, but like quietly, psychologically abusive spaces because that's all they know.
Do you guys think that being in the hood, because I will use the hood because she was in the hood.
Your
Do
socialization
you guys
does
think
affect you.
the hood does allow
Condition you
for
to
these
that.
things to just keep happening and
I
condition
think-
to that? Because now, I've got a car, my kids are fed, I don't struggle for money.
Yeah.
So I'm comfortable, you know. Does it do that to you where you just accept? Because Laba, they are ladies.
They wanted more for themselves.
They wanted more for themselves.
They
They're
wanted more for
career driven.
themselves.
They are, and they made it made them complain about Jonasi and his
And
friends.
attack him.
I think you're entirely, well, let me not say entirely. I think, yes, there is a level of truth to what you're saying, because I mean, I see it with my female friends all the time, right? The ones who are less likely to stay in a relationship are the ones who have other things they're doing with their lives. So Celeste didn't really seem like she was doing anything.
Yeah,
In
they
fact,
didn't give us any story to her
yeah.
career wise, any
Because
other goals
early-
and dreams she's
She was
pursuing.
smashing butt
Because
cheeks.
early on, relax. Early, relax. I know this isn't a PSA, but it might as well be right now. Women, please make sure that you have shit that you're doing for yourself in your life. Because if you're not doing that stuff, you're going to fool yourself into thinking that a measure of success is in the type of relationship you have. And it's not.
Or just being chosen by a man. Now,
So please.
suddenly, will achieve
Like, you know?
now
Go out
when
there,
I-
like, go start a knitting thing, bro. Fuck, start a running club. Anas.
And I
do
just
something.
I just wanted to be a housewife. I really.
Look at you working hard now.
So
Oh,
Zibonile
you are killing my dreams.
So Zibonile.
Oh my God, these men want so much.
Mvusa nge-alarm was-7.
Jonasi didn't want us to work.
Go to work, better babies, and get back to business.
Yeah. I just love how relevant the story is to women, you know.
To today.
To today, because a lot of people have a Jonas in their lives. I actually posted something today. Everybody, why are we shocked? Why are we shocked at this man's behavior? We've been dealing with Jonases for the longest time. And I think this is why the show is trending the way that it's trending, because everybody can identify with somebody. There is a Celeste in the story. There is a Gugu in the story. There is What's her name? Madiba. The lady who plays Madiba. What's her name? We need to find her name.
Ngizokutshela manje ukwanele mthethwa.
Kwanele. There's a Kwanele in our lives, you know, who are dealing with this type of guy just in different ways.
Or you've been a Gwanele in your life. Tell us in the comments.
Tell us.
which was bringing me to my next print point. The accurate portrayal of a character like Madiba in a situation where she tries to take a man from a woman where that life has already been so enmeshed that to rip them apart is, to be honest, impossible. That was such an accurate portrayal. The pressure that she put on the man to leave this woman and break up with this woman and divorce her. I mean, we hear these stories all the time, and these are the things that make these men. I mean, obviously, sure, it's arguable that it makes these men, but what they in turn do rather is they start lying to these women, saying things like, yeah, we're still going through the process of divorce. We're actually just roommates. I've heard that before. Men have actually told women, yeah, at this point, we're actually just roommates. Imagine saying that about your wife.
Yeah.
But I've seen these things happen, and it's a very accurate portrayal of how that can play out. The frustration that she even feels, knowing damn well that this man is not yours in the first place. He was never yours, and now here you are feeling entitled as a side chick. You can't even be a proper side chick.
I mean, it's an art. It's an art. Your job is to bring the peace, strength.
You are the glue of that marriage.
Like,
do your job.
Guys, the side chick industry is falling. It's falling
it's
apart.
failing.
It
is in shambles.
It is in shambles.
It is in shambles.
Please, we need to have a side chick conference, where we really teach you guys in Teto how to
behave.
Oh man, come
You
on.
can't be showing up at the golf course.
What are you doing?
To indoda yabantu.
And you can't swear at the main.
No.
Come on. Now look, you're gonna lose a job. Look at you, Matipa. Look at you.
Because
Because 50% belongs to the main.
Come on, bro.
Okusalayo.
Come on, bro.
Guys, act right as side chicks.
Please behave.
Please.
Control yourselves.
You know, when you side boy on the show, which they were acting like,
you know what I mean?
Kona side boy ga AC. Wait. We are one. We are one. I like how. Oh God, the side boys, the side dudes were not trying to take over like the side chicks.
They were chilling.
The side dudes were like, in fact, I will protect you from the main. Should I shoot him? Do you want me to shoot the main for you? Okay, I will shoot him if he doesn't know how to act. But I will hide for as long as you need me to hide.
Yeah.
You know, they take cues from the people that they are there for. Hi, Mati.
And get to a yazi position yako. So why
promote.
Whoa.
Post the situation and now this conflict, Matiba has now started creating the conflict within that relationship. There is the conversation that they have, which alludes back to the tender, when the couple that was going to give them the tender goes and meets them at the event, right? And tells them we hold strong to values.
So this is the tender that is Jonasi's tender.
Yes. In that, during that conversation, there's a point where Joyce no Jonas Satan are having the conversation and they're switching from pretending
the
to be
fights
harmonious and happy and switching into
showing
the
face
fight.
for the couple. I love that scene. That is one of my most favorite scenes. It was going to be my print thieves up in here, but yes, that it's so beautifully done. It's also it speaks to acting chops
well too.
because in acting class, one of the things we do, it's we.
Yazini.
Inside when we did acting classes, no mom Pamela no mfet.
One
of the exercises we did was learning how to switch in and out of character. So you do an exercise where this is the feeling, this is the quick story. You do it, immediately cut, we give you 2 seconds. Come back, you do a different character. Totally opposite emotion or maybe just adjacent.
Wow.
And we want to see.
So
and you've seen
that
these clips,
muscle.
yes. And you've seen these clips online where people are doing, I'm going to give you a word. Now you do it
Yes.
disappointed. Now you do it flirty.
Yeah.
So it's the same acting muscle. And I
Okay.
think they executed that moment.
Yeah.
And the switch up happened literally throughout. It's a theme that they kept on because what Joyce did at the opening scene was top down on the dead body. He's down already.
Yes.
Kick the nigga while he down.
Love it.
He's like, I hate you when I'm a mofo. And then as soon as she looked up, she's like,
Which is basically Joyce's MO the entire show.
Guys, yet again, true to reality. For some odd reason, these ladies, every time they find out Guti their men are cheating, the first thing they do is confront the side chick. Oh, Joyce went and beat. As soon as Joyce found out Guti there's a side chick at the office, she was like, I put my bag here and I'm going to the spa where she's at. And she went and pulled the wig, tried to pull the wig. Her glue was real on tight. This girl. And then
that gorilla
she
glue.
got that gorilla glue. She got that.
That's not
Q. What? Why do women always attack the side chick? Your man is the one cheating on you.
And I mean, it's also quite telling of the type of relationship that they had in the first place, because you also look at how Jonas would speak with her, Magakwatid, and things like that. He had this one very famous phrase he kept saying, Buffett, in that entire movie. And the only time, this is what I've seen, men actually speak that way is if you've given them license to continuously use that language with you if you go and confront them. So what happens? It becomes uncomfortable for you to continuously be shut out of conversation when you try to bring conflict at the door. So what are you going to end up doing? You're going to go to the other person.
It's basically like,
so if I can't solve it with you, I'm going to go solve it with the person who's starting my problems as well.
Because also, Jonasi walks out every time there is conflict. He never sticks around where there's discomfort at all.
My tipper sticks
discomfort from daughter, discomfort from son, discomfort from mother. Anyone who gives him discomfort from brother, he leaves.
Walks out.
With immediate effect.
On the other hand, Matipa, when there's conflict, she looks at it square in the face and says, buck up.
Matipa sticks around like the glue on her wigs.
Yeah.
Strong. Strongy. Like lesbians and chinos.
Austin was a little too good at playing this character. What's going on, brother?
Where mfana? Where
guys,
out ngokuze ngithi
mina nami ngifuna ukwazi ukuthi le kwa Amstel kwa class act la waqala khona
weba mtshali
baba ngikubone lapha kusiba
sakubona futhi
waphinda futhi
ngabuka ubhizi uthi
sibeka phansi siyayibuzela ukuthi where did you learn?
Where is it?
Where did you learn this?
Why
thing?
are you so good?
Yabona siduma ka ukhomba umuzi unotshwala ukhomba umuzi onabafazi la khona umfazi khona sikhona iskate but you are really good at playing this hoe.
Yeah.
Gas.
Yo,
bro. I have a print.
All right.
Oh, got printed, bro.
I got a print.
Printed, bro.
I got a print, guys.
What is it?
My favorite character.
Yeah.
Mpume. The only reasonable human being in the entire show.
Mpume.
Throughout from episode 1
Yeah.
to episode 37. I don't know when this thing ended. It was so long.
Mpume is the daughter to Jonasi and Joyce.
Yes.
They are the daughters of a paper.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
The official.
Yes. Official is it she's not a bastard or what? Which
Well,
official?
the official
The
daughter,
public
like
daughters.
The public daughter. The daughter that everybody knows.
Wait, I forgot. There is a bastard.
Yes!
Which is true.
Yes!
Okay,
Jon
cool.
Snow.
She did it. She said it. It's not a lie. Yes, Gunnar Jon Snow.
Jon Snow. You know how his story is.
Gunnar Josephine Snow.
Okay.
Damn.
Yeah, so that's I love that character. We'll get to her things later,
Yeah,
but
she was
I loved
cool.
her. She was amazing.
Oh, she
consistent.
played it
Her story,
well too.
Very, very well done.
Oh, there's a scene where she was like, she's the one that was able to approach the father and be like, "This is some bullshit. This is some bullshit." Like,
Multiple times.
be a better father to me.
Yeah.
And ufika ngephepha nkosi yami mntana abantu ubhale ileta, and she wrote all her emotions on this paper. Oh hey, Jonasi uyintsha chili bite. Jonasi uhleli kaso was like, hey, just put this paper here and read it later. And she was in
I say this with full seriousness, nah? That scene broke my heart.
That's the most heartbreaking
I felt it
for me.
broke.
That scene broke my heart. Particularly because I know how difficult it is for a kid to approach a parent and just lay their heart bare. Tears and all. And he's just turning up the volume.
Guys, Upuza Iwiski doesn't even turn around to look at her while she's talking to him.
Made eye contact.
He does not turn around So she's here. He's here. He doesn't even do this one time to be like,
Guys, the volume part, I think that for me was the worst. It's worse than put that paper there, read it.
it's the most dismissive action he's
You know, I get Umenzi, the son, who's the younger sibling to Mpume. I get the amount of
he's older.
Is he older?
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
about him,
Actually,
though.
let me tell you
That's the thing
why.
about
There's a
him,
scene
though.
in the opening scene when they introduce us to the kids.
Yeah.
Joyce says to Umpume, "Why do you like acting like the firstborn? Because
Yeah.
she has firstborn energy."
True.
She has firstborn energy. That's why you
Damn,
think that.
It completely.
Yeah.
Anyway, so so the amount of psychological breaking and damage that was done to Umpume is on levels that, like, it genuinely pissed me off.
I think the psychological damage that was done to both of them because we see
We actually
Mzansi
see Menzies
act
breakdown.
out.
We see
And
Menzies.
he does the you wanna cuss him up one more time? Should we give you a moment?
Please.
Iced water maybe?
I feel like you shouldn't be in this operating room because this is personal to you. I feel like you cannot operate on family.
Okay, fine. I'll just say it one more time. Jonas,
Oh,
you gave your son a heart condition.
Yo, that boy suffers. He has how many panic attacks? Like 2 or 3, guys.
Yo,
And also, another example of the psychological damage he does to Menzi is when Menzi starts to act out and he goes and fights. Literally,
Yeah.
just picks fights with people.
fails at
Yeah.
it.
He's gone to the strip club, but he picks a fight with Freedom, one of my favorite characters, which is like, my God.
Why are you fighting
Calm
freedom?
down.
Freedom is our
Calm down.
boy. Because the dad doesn't listen. The difference between Menzi and Umpume is that Menzi knows that daddy ain't gonna hear me. You can write all the letters you want, but daddy ain't gonna listen to none of us.
I know,
So
I mean-
I'm not gonna waste my time. I'm going to the strip club to beat some house.
Well, also because very true to the nature of fathers and the relationships they have with their sons. Every time Umenzi tries to get a point across, where Jonas will usually say ukhuluma nobani to everybody else.
To Menzi, he
To
says.
Umenzi says ukhuluma nobani, and then he actually threatens physically. Like there's a-
verbally.
and
He
that's
got-
and
yeah,
that's
he
the
just
gets
nature-
aggressive, yes.
he was the first one to get attacked by Jonas.
After the party,
You know
they
what I
threw.
mean?
no
Shabalala.
Tando Shabalala is Umpume on
It's
the show.
my first time seeing you and impressed.
You're so adorable also.
You held it down.
Oh,
You
you're
held
so
it down.
cute. You
Can
look
I
so
tell
great.
you my favorite moments of hers outside of her pleading with her dad and telling everyone this is nonsense, this is toxic, this is nonsense, this is toxic. Every time she's with her boyfriend on the dance floor at the party, he's trying to grab her because she got fatty. She got a
She packing. Damn, girl, how you get all of that? And them jeans, how you get all of that?
Every time her boyfriend tries to grab her booty, she's just like,
No.
I'm not ready. I love that. Please, 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 can we see more examples of girls speaking up for themselves about their comfort levels in situations where there is some sort of sexual...
Yeah.
Also, Umpume, you want to talk?
No, please go.
Yes.
Oh my God, so considerate.
Umpume chooses herself all the time. On that
Amen.
part, she
Amen,
chooses herself.
Bazalwane.
And even in toxic family setups, she chooses herself
yeah.
because a lot of times we allow for toxicity to grow and brew in our families for so long. Like we let that aunt
And we
be
let it
terrible.
happen because it's
Yes,
family.
it's
and
family.
okay.
So tin simchwayele. No, she stomps this fire out quickly because usis wakhe, whom was her cousin all along until later on we found out which is actually Lucis Wake.
Jon Snow.
Essie's daughter, Jon Snow, decides to act out because I am not given attention in his family and I'm the one that knows the truth.
Yeah.
This child knew the truth from beginning that she is a hidden child. You know what I mean? So she wanted to show up and show off. So what does she do? She decides to sleep with Mpume's boyfriend. And when she does that, Umpume says, I don't care whether this was a cry for help.
Yeah.
I don't care whether you are trying to, hey.
Yeah.
I don't want to see you in my life. It took her such a long time for her to be accepting of this girl. Even after she found out it was the sister, like, I don't care whether you're my sister or cousin. as a human,
Yeah.
you don't do
You
that.
betrayed me.
You
You
betrayed
betrayed
me.
me.
I loved
Just
you.
because we're family doesn't mean it's an automatic forgive and forget.
Exactly. And I don't
Ah,
care what you're going through. There's no justification for what you did. You know what I mean? You're crying to the wrong person. So only at the end, she was like, okay, fine, you can come to shit. But I don't see that relationship being real.
Yes.
It was
Yeah.
just for the public.
No, I think in
Show
time
yourself.
it might. Also because they're young, they're still young. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And
Do you think it'll
obviously,
ever be as close as they were?
I think it'll be a lot more properly defined.
I'm letting him tell me, she is not gonna be my friend.
Yeah, sorry, that scene that you were speaking about was on my print because again speaks to the character that was very, 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 very well written, Umpume. But that scene is one of the few examples where I feel like, okay, this is more real, more relatable
Yeah.
for me because good life things.
I mean-
that they had that difficult conversation and
Yeah,
Ugel
yeah.
didn't like melt and forgive her.
Yeah.
Because guys, every time you have a confrontational conversation with someone that you care about or don't care about, it doesn't automatically mean you're going to be forgiven. And also forgiving someone doesn't automatically mean that pain is gone away. Yeah, it's cool. You did what you did. Your reasons make sense, but I don't want you in my life. I
still
It's a
feel
valid
betrayed.
response.
Yeah.
So
And I mean-
Trail
I
doesn't
thought it
go
was
away.
beautiful.
You know, once again, even with the character who is the boyfriend Owaga Mpume,
Yeah. Oh, handsy.
Handsy Pansy. I commended him at the point where she wanted to sleep with him in order to process or to use him as a distraction
Yes.
for what's going on back home, and he was like, "Nope,
Yeah.
this isn't the right
Yeah.
time. You're not ready. I
That's a
want you to
print.
go."
That's a
That
print.
was such a print for me. And then
Yes.
you sent me back to Kat when you did what you did with the sister Usara. I was just like, why y'all gotta let me down?
She's a
bro?
hoe.
Can't niggas have one good representative?
I'm a weak.
No, but look. How is he wrong? Because look at this, right?
Yeah.
Usara, Jon Snow, said, I want to do something, so I'm gonna grab you when a boyfriend kasiswam and go with you.
During Bryce Sunday.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yes.
The Mpume's boyfriend has no history or understanding
Context,
or context.
view.
Are you a virgin? Are you not a virgin? The mere fact that you are trying to sleep with me as your sister's boyfriend just says you're a hoe. So if you want to be utilized, sister, we're gonna utilize you because you are trying to use me. I cannot sleep with a girl because she's a virgin. So let's utilize each other in this situation. I mean, I'm not gonna sleep with the one that says she's preserving
Wait,
herself.
who are you? Are you justifying the boy's
I
behavior?
think she's justifying
Yes.
the boyfriend's behavior.
I'm sorry, what?
Nimbizinja.
Yes.
No. Ninja vele. But what I'm saying is, if you're saying that you're complimenting him for
Sorry, guys.
for choosing to respect her
Umpume,
yes, her boundaries and her
Umpume is
limitations.
respecting herself, so that's why he also was able to respect her later on when
which
she
is
was
something
vulnerable.
to commend
Yeah.
because our boys don't do this.
Exactly. Usera had no respect for herself.
Okay, that's
And
what you're
therefore,
highlighting.
yes,
Okay,
I'm highlighting Uguti. Hey man, you throw at me something, I throw it back at you. You know,
Okay, I get
I'm a
you.
mirror to your behavior.
Yeah.
Sarah wanted to be a hoe and betray her sister.
I still think it's a bit destructive for us to. Well, let me not say destructive.
I'm
I
not
think
commending
it's-
him, sorry, but I'm just saying
Sure,
it's true.
highlight-
So me speaking from the perspective of Autiam, when you do things like that, you need to understand that you're etching away pieces of your own self-respect. When you say that men are like this, say as a man I'm like this.
Me,
don't
I'm
involve
like
the rest
this.
of us in this description. Please don't do that.
Abantwana bagini.
Nigga.
Let's talk about lighting. The lighting in the show was so brilliant. There is a particular scene where the lighting was just seducing me, serenading
Talk to
me.
us. What
It was
scene?
the one in the prison where Joyce, out of impulse, angazi kuzakala ngo Joyce out of impulse goes to look for her passports in her previous house where she used to live with Jonasi before the side chick came along and suddenly owned the house. So manje Joyce uyangena because she still has the key. It's her house. She just doesn't live there anymore. Gets in there, looks for her passports, and she gets shocked. Everything has been replaced. Where her picture was before is now new girl and the husband. So it's a shocker to her. So what does she do? Joyce lights things on fire. I don't know how her brain is working, but she decides to burn the house.
Yeah.
I don't think it all went into smithereens, but there was a fire. So then they call the cops on her and she goes to prison. Guys, That prison scene was lit like a
The
dream.
lighting was fire.
Yeah.
Oh, it was lit like a dream. It didn't feel like a typical prison. And I love that they lit it that way because it is the connect or the glue
Yeah.
to the end of the film.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
And I love my love for that prison scene was the fact that it was so short, so brief, and it looked
Yeah.
like a throwaway.
Oh,
but it wasn't.
It wasn't.
really
You
wasn't.
guys came through and used that
You made us
scene.
forget it.
And also-
like
Oh.
it was just like delete, and then
also
much
like
later.
the fact that they made that prison look like a prison, and I'm not sure if maybe they went to an actual prison, but I usually have an issue with South
that's it.
African prison scenes where I'm just like, guys, why do you keep going to Constitution?
Oh, Safa Constitution Hill.
No. But this one felt like a prison. It was a cell.
It was a cell.
I mean, Constitution Hill used to be a prison.
it did, but goddamn,
Yeah,
prisons
yeah.
don't look like that no more.
Like if in 2026 there's a prisoner in Constitution Hill,
sets.
he better be using words like comrade.
You know, in fact, yeah, to take it back to its origin.
Yeah.
If a Constitution here looks like a mental asylum at the moment, like with those doors, I ain't letting you. It's Arkham. Hey,
It's Arkham.
It's shit, I think.
Okay.
Anyway, so that was beautiful, and this prison scene proves that nothing in this film was unintentional. You guys were intentional about everything. What I
Yes.
noticed about the series was every time we ask a question about why something is happening, you guys answered us literally after a second.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
hey, I don't even lie. These guys saw me have my TED Talks halfway through every
Yeah.
episode.
Oh.
I'm
He
like,
paused everything.
We had to
I
pause
kept
to
going,
listen to him
I kept going,
preach.
it is at this point that you better show me something that's going to actually make me
Make
appreciate the
sense
fact
of
that this show is
ABCD.
still going.
Yeah.
Next
Because we're in
frame.
episode 7,
Yes.
and every time I'm about
Yeah.
to give up, you guys give me what I need.
Literally,
And I'm like,
the
okay,
next frame,
satisfied.
you either do a flashback, you
Yes.
explain, you do
Yes.
something. But guys,
Yes.
it's like you guys sat down
And
love
thought.
it. Love it.
Talking about the prison scene also being useful, there is a scene in one of the very quick collage flashbacks that they do. This is before, and it's one of the things that we're going to talk about in the cut. But it's before, I think they go off to do the vow renewal or the 20th wedding anniversary thing. Bume walks into the bedroom and Joyce is all dressed up, talking to herself in the mirror. But before that engagement, there is a scene where Joyce is making a phone call and saying, "Ya, ngicela ungenzele lento leyo, ngiyabonga," and hangs up. And then they flash forward to her being done dressing up. That phone call only made sense to me. She was
shucks.
calling prison girl.
Yes.
Oh gosh. Oh
Yes.
gosh. Oh gosh. You guys.
Now take that.
Yeah,
Guys,
I
knew.
know.
Ningakhohlini ke ukuthi uprison girl was amazing.
Yeah.
And I mean, it didn't make sense.
What is her
when-
name? Can I speak it?
Please check it.
What's her name again?
Prison girl did
Prison girl.
things.
I didn't
Came
understand why
through.
she was so
She was unrecognizable in the other scene where she comes through and she's so loving and so warm and she was just like "Singlahlekile."
prison girl.
Prison girl.
Says Joyce follow to me DM me, girl, me I got you, me and my aids.
I was
And
wondering
then-
where I recognize you from.
Oh, you know what? I was shocked at why is girl so generous? Because she came to Jonasi, obviously planned, but she approached Jonasi and suddenly Jonasi is here, touching her thighs, and the girl was like, "Yeah."
And by
boy.
generous, you mean flirty. at the
Flirty,
door.
generous.
Hella flirty.
Like you can touch my bum and I will not go. Girl was like, "You can have me, Jonas, have me." That's how weak that nigga is. But girl, your acting was amazing, honey.
in the prison, because her characters were very, very different. The prison
Yeah.
girl and the flirty girl, very, very different. But very, very
She was
well done.
distraught in prison and then she was a how outside.
And I have a print.
Okay, print us.
There are very understated elements of humor that are in the show.
Yay!
Two particular scenes that I want to speak about. The first scene is where Joyce finds out once again that what's his face? Jonas is still in a relationship.
Just call him main
I
host.
just had jumped out my brain.
He's the main
Oh
right?
my God.
She finds out that he's still in a relationship with this woman, and he's actually on the way to go see her with the kids because now she just had the twins, right? Then Joyce umbamba inyawo and he starts
she
dragging her,
begs
right?
the
Because
man
she
to
begs
stay.
him to stay. Don't go, don't go, don't go. So degrading.
Hilarious.
Right? And then at the end, he goes,
Hilarious.
okay, that's fine. It's fine. Let's go back.
You're
Let's
making
go
a
talk
scene.
about it.
Yeah,
So he
go in
picks
the
her up,
house.
and then as they're walking, he dashes.
I knew
to
he's
the
gonna
car,
run.
That was
right?
you called it. You
I knew
literally
he was
called
gonna
it.
run.
I
She
heard
called
you
it.
say
She
it, and I
called
was
it.
like, no way. And when he did, I was like,
That for me was like it's
was hilarious.
things like that where yes, sure, the story is not a funny story, right?
No,
it's a
it's
serious
not.
story,
But
but
we
it doesn't
needed-
mean that
we
there's no
needed those
elements of humor
moments.
that we can inject into it.
Yeah.
And the second one, which was by far more hilarious,
Oh, God.
and I know that I was laughing alone when this was happening at the time, where Jonas
Mm-hmm.
has just had his usual traditional birthday celebrations cancelled by Joyce, right? Because every year, Joyce is going to set up some sort of a birthday
Yes,
celebration.
that's
thing.
something
So
funny.
instead, he takes himself and he goes to Essie, his original wife, right? The original wife in Jandine.
when everyone
And-
has turned on him.
Yeah, so when he gets there and they're all sitting, the cake is there, he's about to blow the cake out. The son Freedom, umntwana ka Essie pops up. Abamele cake and elingathi ama-peanut. Just, I eat the cake. Yo,
Angathi papa labapeli.
I can't tell you how hard I laughed at
You
that one.
did,
Like,
and you
there's-
were the only one laughing.
There were elements
know what
of-
I mean?
Man, there were elements of humor in that thing that just made me go, why you do
Listen.
it? Was so random to me. Like, why would you grab it like that?
Remember, we paused and had a discussion
We
about
literally
what
had a
is
whole chat.
motivating this.
Like,
and
why would you
actually
do
made
this?
sense of it.
Yeah.
Talking about Freedom, he's one of my favorite characters because I think he was sort of the comedic relief.
Yeah.
Because he was a lighter,
Love
less
him.
burdened.
Yeah.
We don't know if he knows his father. Book girlies, tell us again. Does Freedom know his father?
As far as the
Because-
story is concerned, he doesn't know his father.
Yes,
the
but we know
series.
that he's all the elder men in the show that we saw are not his father.
Yeah.
So we know he's Essie's first child with the other third.
With the thug.
With third number one.
Yeah, thug number. Which we never see. I would have loved Thug to come and make Stuma's life hell here at some point.
Wouldn't it have been cool if thug
he
number
was
one
the
was
one.
Essie's actual boyfriend?
Yeah.
Because then
Yeah.
it would have been like Stumo
Do you
and
know what I
Essie
mean?
are
Yeah.
keeping their original lovers from way
You
back
know,
when.
how did you
Oh,
sleep on
yeah,
this,
Would have been cool.
guys?
But I didn't mind that Essie was a cougar.
oh, Essie was
I don't
good.
hate it. They made a whole show about it.
I mean-
So, Freedom being the comedic relief for me was so well done. That moment that had us pause again when
Yeah.
he had the
Yeah,
cake
yeah.
was so beautiful because then it took it from a comedic actor, which he was
Yeah.
doing the whole time, to drama because
Yeah.
we then figured out he was triggered because he was taking a picture of them because they were having a happy birthday to you moment with
Yeah.
daddy. So it was Jon Snow, Essie
Essie.
and Ucho, the dog, together in the cake. And so I think he was having that moment where he was like, this guy's going to walk in and out of my mom's life, do whatever he wants. And he was just having all these emotions. And so he just exploded while taking this photo. And then he was like, happy birthday.
Happy birthday,
So it was just so beautiful. And also, I think
Yeah.
deep down, he was also having that
Yes, he has
existential
his own-
crisis of, I
Yeah,
don't
like,
have
I
a
don't have
family
a
of my
fa-
own.
and
my
he-
own.
he
And now I
even
must
says-
celebrate this nonsense.
He even said that like I've never had a birthday cake. I've never, you know what I mean. So you can see that there's two things that are happening here in parallel. The first thing is the fact that yes, he is having his own internal battle because
Yeah.
he doesn't know who his own father is. But the second thing is you're actually making a joke out of my mom
Yeah.
and my sister.
Yeah.
Like why are you doing that?
Yeah.
You know, so the dynamics, yeah, they run deep.
That was beautiful. Actually, that moment also was an answer to many questions where we were like, why is this guy why is he rude and
Yeah,
so disrespectful?
yeah.
Because we didn't know what his internal battle was
Yeah.
until the
Yeah.
Guys, I love Celeste's house in this show. Essie's house is so colorful, outside, inside. You guys dressed it well. Art
Very in
directors, wow. I don't know if you found a house that's already like that or you guys brought in stuff. Either way, it is beautiful. It's in line with her character. She's such a colorful character. The hair choices, the clothing choices, you know, she's a loud person. And so her house was also like clean, but loud, just like her. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. And I love how the characters, the young versions of our main characters are so alike with the old with the main with the
Facts.
versions now.
Facts.
Essie's younger self looks like Essie. I believe
Casting.
it.
Yeah.
Casting was beautiful. Oh, the chick who played Joyce, the younger Joyce. I was like, how
Well,
did they
right,
do that?
right? It's like
do
they
they
just
do that?
reversed time. They cast
Yes.
a perfect lookalike, much younger, smaller, shorter.
Even
The whole
Jonas,
thing.
you know, the
Even
young
young
Jonas was very believable.
It's believable. You guys did that.
Yes.
And I love it when you guys take time to do that. I love it when you take time to also look for another thing that I want us to get to is looking for children that will match the parents as well.
Yes,
That is very important.
Because in my cat.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Yes.
very important, guys. If your main
Yes.
character's got blue eyes, you look for the child with the blue eyes. You know, even if they don't look this, but there needs to be something that says, Bayafana.
Wardrobe,
Yeah.
you were very, very
Yeah.
consistent with each character,
Yeah.
maintaining who they are through their clothes.
Yeah.
Because one of the things we do in acting,
Ever since summer,
It's gonna be a long.
it's easy for you to get into character. Once you wear the clothes, half the job is done. Because when you put on the clothes of the character, you know how they'll be. I won't behave the same. It raise bambayo. Relax, So wardrobe, you did the thing. Because main hoe, side hoe was her clothes,
Were
her freakum dresses.
literally fitting.
That red dress that you had on.
Look
bro.
at the yo.
You know, Lento Ishoyo is what Umushiri said on a filmatic episode.
Yes.
She was like, sometimes I would have to go as far as getting that underwear that has a hole and wear
She did
it
speak to that.
because then you'll put me right into that
the
character.
character.
Because in real life, when I know what I'm wearing this underwear that's tight and it's figure hugging, I know
know
that I'm
who I am.
confident and I get
Yes.
out and I go look for the
Yes.
job. So you're right about the wardrobe thing, and many people
Yeah.
co-sign that, honey. So yeah.
Yeah.
Jonasi, obviously, I don't know what happened because Jonasi proposed divorce to Joyce, right? And then, okay, he gets what he wants. Joyce signs and says, okay, fine, I'll divorce you because I'm done, you know, because now I come from prison and stuff. And then jiggy, within the moment,
Ngakhumbulile,
they start
mama.
when umfazi wami
Ngakhumbulile, mama.
Ngiyakuthanda.
Siyakuthanda, mama.
ntokazi.
Awu, ntokazi.
You know what I mean? Now they start making out. Now we are back together. Suddenly we are husband and wife again.
Yeah.
How? Goes to side chick. It's like, we done. In fact, Yazin, you're fired. Back to the 50% of the owner of this company is the wife. They're sitting there like, we don't need your services anymore. I think you've done us a great service, but now we are done. Okay, fine, Bamkoshil. Girl is like, you know what? Me, Scotch never dies by mistake. I'm going to date an even bigger asshole. Or an even bigger above. Ain't nothing stopping us. Wahambo Kelly. Why are your minister? Jonasi sees this. Jonasi is like, hey, bo, uyangdlala wena. Uwampela wena. You are mine to me. Wamuthi zaka. Kuma restaurants. Manje, Jonasi is angry. Comes back home, furious. See. And what does he do?
Takes it
like a
out
charm, he takes it out on the
kids.
children.
On the
which
whole
is
family.
means, as means vele uno means
is
uyashayeka
bearing the
wena. Uyashayeka
brunt of
means
I mean, like
something about you says beat me. We need to fix
And
that.
uzokutshela yini kukhathi? Ngizomtshela.
Ubaba uzofika kwatile, and what does he do? He takes out the anger
On
to
the
the family.
family,
You know what I
yes.
mean? It has happened so many times in our country. Thank you.
Yes,
This
is what I look like.
So yes, that is a print for me for and this is what we mean when we say, guys, why are we not telling South African stories? Something doesn't feel this feels very South African. There's nothing about this show that says you're not South African. Everything, even though
The
you look,
reason we're so hyped about it is because we
It's
all
South
recognize
African.
him. This
Yeah.
dude.
it's home. It's the small things. It's the types of insults they choose to use.
Yes.
There's
The
been
fact
10
that they spoke Zulu.
Oh my God.
75% of the
guys
time.
in the word whole had so many
many iterations.
So many
iterations.
So many
Hey,
iterations.
ayisiyamingaka bafowethu.
You
of
know?
the way
Nisenjeni.
they said the word hope.
Oh,
Yeah.
Different
they-
ways.
Like how you
Beautiful.
famous. But it's that. It's that, guys. That is what South Africa is. We code switch. We move from this to this depending on the situation.
Of course.
And perfect.
Also, it's not the first time we meet Lindani, but it's the first time that she's acting, and then we see
Yeah.
unobu 2 times 3 times.
And tsotsinyana lo girl, man, you know.
This is the first time I'm seeing you in a role where you're not intombazane hloniphekile.
Yes.
Oh, really?
Yes, because she's
So
from,
most of the time
She's always she's
from Sibongile, the Dlamini. Yeah.
Mina hungena lutho. Girl, you're a ho here, and I love you for that because
We love to see
Ula,
range.
ula. And
We
I love
to
the
see
fact
range.
you look beautiful. I think I just need to put that.
Kamalaki, just so y'all know, Luyanda's Swani.
Oh,
Luyanda's Swani.
Luyanda.
Yeah.
Your body?
your body is
T.
bodying.
T.
Those legs, honey, they look like
T.
they've been climbing the mountains of KZN for a very long time, honey.
Sip,
You
sip.
look like you be climbing. I work
100-meter dashes
every
up
day
Drakensberg.
to make the beer. You look like it's when a girl. Yes.
I have one more print.
What's
There's a particular scene where Joyce has had it. She's like, "That's it, I'm done. That's it, right?" So then she goes and meets with this guy, at this undisclosed location.
The doctor.
Dope ass alleyway. Knockers are like boom boom. Beautiful set. She walks in. She goes and gets the pew pew. Right after she gets the fofo, she goes home. Right when she gets home with the fofo. Jonas knocks at the dodo. Right. Ati Coco. Yango. Ispamo.
Ati oh.
And then she drops it to the flow.
Yeah.
Right. At that point, after all that happens,
Yeah.
this is where you can tell Uguti Jonas
Is a narcissist.
Agamboni
Is a narcissist.
choice.
This is an idiot.
His immediate reaction is to say to himself, she almost killed herself. Brother, you were in danger.
You almost died.
The way you don't see your wife, you couldn't even see that you're in danger.
I don't even understand how he's been eating from these women's houses.
It's the craziest thing.
Guys,
to me.
amadoda anesibindi no zip. Because let me tell you something. How on earth do you beat up somebody and still expect them to not feed you poison? And how do you sleep peacefully next to the same person you beat? I would be out of that house as soon as I beat you. I'm out. No, keep a restraining order. Mina
Right.
because I know you are coming for me. You have an intent.
It was wild to me to understand ukuthi lo muntu lona yabana in life ne awuthi nginike a piece of advice.
Hey, bo.
You didn't ask for it, I'll give it to you anyway.
You're such generous.
Do not F with the person who knows your sleep schedule.
Do not F with a person who puts food on your plate. Like, my guy.
Do not F with the person who knows your those names.
Hey.
My God.
What are you
Who knows
doing?
how way Msamo is? I
What are you
will
doing?
mess with you from an ancestral point.
Tell him, girl.
And that's on those.
Girl.
That's on those right there. Why are you looking at me like
I'm
that,
just
baby?
saying, baby, the day you decide to become trash, I can end you.
I ain't never trash, man. Everything
I'm so
in
glad
his gold.
these threats end here.
Everything in his
Oh my
gold.
gosh, and he's not trash, and I can't even lose weight. Had he been trash?
You better run harder at the treadmill.
Strays.
Guys, the stressful men
Strays.
will make you snatched. You do have a purpose, Jonasi. You do.
The editing of the show also
Yeah.
eat because
Yeah.
the way you spoke to the formula of we get in there. The beginning of every episode is either gonna take off from the previous episode where you are thinking, oh my god, what's happened? Of
Yeah.
a cliffhanger. What was the formula you spoke
It's
to?
hook. Ufana Tandala actually alludes to this on the episode on One Take
One
about
Take.
micro dramas. So it's hook, twist, and then cliffhanger.
Cliffhanger. Yes.
Yeah.
So for me, the way they cut these, because guys, the timeline is messy until episode 10. But the way they cut these episodes, for me, that editing of that gun scene, I was just
That was
like,
crazy.
how are they gonna make this make sense? And then
Yeah.
the next episode when they start, they're there on the floor commiserating each other, and you're just like, how? Sway?
Yeah.
And it then speaks to the narcissist of Jojo.
Yeah.
Also, you guys were showing off. You cinematographers and lighters.
Yeah,
You guys
yeah.
were showing off because there were some unnecessary moments, but I know why they were there. They were just to show us that you guys can light and you guys have degrees and you went to school. That scene with the ketanins. I'm a ketanin.
ooh,
We're talking about that.
ooh,
I'm a ketanin.
Yeah,
Where Joyce is deep in thought.
Yeah,
The curtains
yeah.
are thin, like see-through black, and you know
Yeah, but
Gucci, she's having a dark thought.
Yeah, but the guy who
The
set up the lighting
from outside.
I'm telling you,
yo,
the guy who set up the lighting,
is yo.
who set up the production designer and the cinematographer.
Guys.
You guys, you really liked the mummy because it was given Anaxunamu. That was.
Oh, guys, niya show off. You know, show off. And uNkulunkulu akayithandi le mpilo le
It
ukuthi nibe
was
show off.
such a beautiful precursor to I'm going to buy a pew-pew.
Yeah.
Episode 6, when Joyce decides, which, you know what, guys, I'm gonna tie my tubes because hell no, am I gonna go through this again? Because when Jonasi left me, I was pregnant and I just gave birth, so I don't want to have to go through this postnatal depression, which they did allude to.
Yeah.
She did have postnatal depression, but also Jonas was an S. Hey, bo, sisesibhedlela, here we are in hospital. We are going to tie our tubes with our mother because mothers and daughters are witches together. Hi. The doctor, I have never met a doctor that blabs so much, that talks about people's business like this. Who talks like, about the Gomora. You guys are giving us money today, huh? It's Gomora here, Gomora. She's like, what do you mean? Ran down the hall to find Ugutu Jonasi, gave birth. Oh, the Jonasi's girlfriend gave birth to twins.
Yeah.
Guys, Zin Amawele.
Kabang.
Twins, guys. The one weapon that Joyce had and was dangling it over Umati.
I've given him a family.
I've got a family with this
given him
man.
a
What's
family.
your excuse? Now Matipa's got a family. Oh, not
Now
one,
what?
but
Yeah.
two.
Now what?
Babies. Twist. And then it became twist after twist after twist after twist. Guys, last city we are done. We're like, as in, we're going to watch it tomorrow. We are fine.
When scan twist, bafika abantu nezibhedlela lapha sithi hayi bofala phansi.
And then, guys, ninenkinga nina. The cocaine this cocaine that you are using is very, very potent. Because what is wrong with not making our heart stop? This thing of shocking us.
Shock value moments.
The moment where, I think it's at 10 or something, where Jonasi is smashing butt cheeks. Ezaga Essie.
End of episode
All
9.
this while we thought that Essie is the brother's
yes.
Was it
wife.
No, that was wild.
We thought that Essie was, and it's like,
That was wild.
Bums are here. Bums are here. And
Do
I'm
you
like,
understand? Do you understand how shocked I was? Because the entire way through, my whole thing about the brother was that no putinayo
Yeah.
because you're cheating on your wife.
in the family.
yo,
Kanti, that's not even your wife at all. I was
not
like,
even your wife.
What the hell?
Guys.
What the
yo,
hell?
Yo, but I love the seeds that you guys planted here and there, and we picked up on them. Like when Jonasi looked at Ulindani while she's on the table doing this, grinding on the table. Nyabona nina little girls. Nyabona little girls. When we parents say, don't do that, don't go there, don't dress
don't
like
go out
this,
dressed like
don't
this.
dress like. It's not because we are trying to
Control your
stop you.
body.
No, it's because we don't know where you're gonna end up.
yeah.
And because also we know there are niggas like Jonas.
We
out
know
here.
the Jonases are there and you will be manipulated. At the end of the day, guys, Mastetinyan, this is what sex addiction looks like.
Yeah.
And it can get worse than this. This is just the hiding under the banner of polygamy.
Yes.
Jonasi was a sick man in all ways.
Yeah.
You know, it led to the destruction of so many people. He's also addicted to having people worship him. He loves the fact that somebody is in love with me. And if
needs
all
him.
these people are not needing me anymore, if these people that are supposed to be worshiping me aren't, I'm going to get the next victim.
Yeah.
And him going as low as getting a
child.
a child
Child.
is proof to that because
Yeah.
this child is meant to worship me. But little did he know that child is going to be the worst thing. I'm a 2000.
Saving grace.
I'm a 2000.
Our saving
Will
grace.
I was
put
just
you
saying,
in your place.
Yeah.
Lindan.
She could have been going to varsity, but her mom also is not an involved parent. There's a scene where she
not.
complains about Uguti, her mom doesn't want to sign her university papers, so she's going to be stuck working in the tavern.
Yeah.
So her socialization kind of forced her, not justifying her choices.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, forced her to look for something better in the wrong place.
She's not old enough to think beyond the now. You know, she's not developed enough to say, but
Also
I
that
might,
she's a child.
yeah, I might end up with a miscarriage. I might end up pregnant.
I might end up with a disease.
You know what I mean? I didn't think that far as a 16-year-old.
It is quite telling of the situations where these women find themselves being in relationships with these older men, right? And these men, I guess, expose them to a lifestyle.
Things they
that
don't
the
have
people
access
in their age group. Because, I mean, you can tell even when she's having the whole discourse with UX, after UX finds out that she's cheating, right? And UX uyambona nje ukuthi kahle kahle it's ringing to him ukuthi, oh, it's because of all these things we were talking about earlier, where you were talking about nine course meals and things like that, and because I can't provide that for you, you decided to go for this old man. You know what I mean? The sad thing about situations like that, in fact, I'm not going to call it sad because it's not sad.
It's reality.
That you actually have the ability to not turn out like that. Is that a lot of the time when these men go through these things and they have a woman in their life who then betrays the love and the vulnerability they give to them by then going to a man like a Jonas, when they then get older, they think that it's my turn to perpetuate and pay that shit forward to another young man and do that to him by getting a young woman. That thinking is something I cannot get behind, because as a grown-ass man, as you get older, the pain that you experience, you're supposed to alchemize that and turn it into wisdom, not go and perpetuate that shit in future, which is another thing that irritated me about the ending of the show, but we'll get to that.
I was about to say Menzi's character also
so
speak to
I
this.
mean, if you are traumatized, you could either become the trauma or
Become a problem.
So you choose what, you learn from it, or you become the perpetrator. So in this case, guys, these themes are true to what we're going through, you know. Oksalayo, it ends in tears. That's all I got to say.
A lot of people.
Yeah.
So many people.
Yeah.
Like almost everyone.
It ends in tears. So everyone cried. Guys, it ends in tears. Guys. You know how men glorify this behavior, Yaga Jonas?
This is why I want just to say, man, Jonas.
You know? They glorify this nonsense. At the end of the day, I get the woman. I have the money. And I beat them up still. And I take what I want from them. I make the kids. You know, there are some people who really look at this life and go, yes. The only thing that they hate about this character is the fact that he dies of AIDS.
And
that's literally the only thing.
And what that says to me is you're basically saying that your actions as an individual are not what matters. It's the reaction. That is a very irritating way to look at this character.
It's immature. You're basically living for people, for validation.
You know what I mean?
It's very immature.
And it's all self. It's I got the pleasure because I had all these women. I was the one who was winning because I'm the business owner. I'm the guy who had the upper hand because every single time they were pissed off, I was the one who would walk away. I'm the guy who was out here using and exploiting all these women. I'm the guy who at the end, he actually had the deciding factor to whether or not he was going to get sick, because ultimately I made the decision to sleep with this woman who gave me the HIV. It's a very wrong way to... You can't idolize a character like this.
Yeah. And they do that. So the reason I'm saying Oksalayo, it ends in tears, is because even in real life, there are women who stand for this nonsense. They stand for it, and they hold on. But Oksalayo, guys, it ended in tears.
Yeah.
He died. Lo Shaila got a dopamine hit, and at the end, they got their dopamine by him dying.
Everybody got sick.
Everybody. Gonorrhea beka khona in the midst. Ngikona inside. Can we talk about how amazing Magesh as a character was?
Oh, man.
Just not in Kenneth as Kenneth Nkosi is acting. No,
Magesh, the character.
The character.
What an underratedly strong character.
Jonas was like, hiya, kish, 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 kish.
Yeah.
And then after that, about Donta Bonke, like in a horror movie, in a horror movie when they pull in your hands, like, that's what they did to Matiba. So manje, Matiba again comes back to Magesh at the end of the day, because where the water, I was saying, is Laman's once Wamakon.
Yeah.
Azopina futi army. Something like that, you know, where the water stands, it will stand again.
Yes.
So anyway, Matiba goes to Magesh, you know, in the car there with her.
After the beatdown.
After the beatdown, big shades, and then enters into the car and tells Magesh that, look, Jonasi has blocked all my cards. I can't buy anything, can't even buy a bottle of wine. Imagine. That's why she's crying. I thought she was going to say, I can't buy formula for the babies. This is crazy. But anyway, I was like, yeah, bitch, stop drinking. That's why you here. Magesh is like, you know what? I got you. Let me give you some of Essie's pocket money. I'll figure it out. And that's when I got so emotional there, because Batung Mageshi, this chick played you for your brother. And at the end of the day, you are still coming here being a hero, because in that moment, moving forward, Magesh helped Matiba. Magesh didn't just support his brother. He may not upright, or like, he didn't just stand up to the brother immediately. He moved very skillfully. He then went and helped Joyce pack Jonas's things and toss them out.
Being a hero.
He just helped everybody, guys. He kept everything afloat.
No, he
Another
really was
moment where he was the hero is the body, collecting the body, moving it from one funeral to the other. Again, he made sure that scene didn't become a thing where when I was slapping each other and a body's rolling out of the coffin, he was the voice of reason, as in like, chill, step back. This is his, well, technically
and
second
he
first
also-
wife.
That's
and
true.
he also held the business together. He brought the
He
kids
brought
together
the
and said,
kids
"You guys
into the
eat."
business.
Yeah, if I
Guys,
didn't go and marry,
that guy
like that dude
was the pillar of strength.
And isn't it crazy that initially, when I was watching it throughout the series, I kept thinking to myself, "What the hell does this guy do in his business?"
We kept singing, Emma Cash. Emma Cash. I want to
You know,
we were there
and
fighting
and at
Magesh.
the end, he shows that I actually did have the capability to help my brother hold this business together.
Yeah.
And his
he
family.
continues that.
His
You know what I mean?
wide,
Like
secretive
this-
family.
I genuinely think now, thinking of it now in this conversation, he really was the biggest unsung hero in this entire movie. Magesh's character is man.
Yeah, heroes don't wear capes.
You held character, you kept your dignity in check, you didn't operate from your ego, your pride was not your biggest obstacle in your biggest war. You were selfless in areas where you should be selfish. You were patient in areas where you had everything taken from you. You were understanding where you shouldn't have been understanding. You are a character, my friend.
Because even Essie was like, Essie and Jon Snow were there in the kitchen and they were like,
It's
maybe you should have
time.
chosen. Essie was like, I probably should have married Magesh. Because Magesh was playing husband all the time and he
This
actually
is the
did it.
second time a woman that is a
Matiba
Jonas
in the car, Tama
has
Pepple and
that
Green.
regret moment.
Yes.
Of, you're actually the better brother.
Yeah.
Matiba
Right?
says, I chose the wrong brother. Oh, I wanted to slap her again. I wanted to,
You
right there in
did.
the
You
car.
did verbally slap her
She
because
was-
you were like,
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Guys, it's very sad, honestly, and this is an emotional part of the script where you guys really tug at our heartstrings. It was very sad how Joyce kept Essie away at the end of the day, because for me, it I was like looking at a character and I'm like, why are you like? I understand why you mad.
kept Essie away when Jonas was sick.
Yeah,
Right.
You know,
Right.
I'm there like, why are you mad? Like, okay, fine, you mad because we lied, but seemingly there's been a lie from beginning all the way to the end. We are all victims here.
Everybody's
I
been
have
lied
my
to.
story to tell as AC. I didn't owe you anything. Talking about I brought you into my life and I
You were
trusted
in
you.
my family.
I should be mad at you because you took my man.
Yeah.
I learned about your existence on a piece on a newspaper. I owe you nothing. I just became friends with you because Sotin, we are family, I guess. But honestly, Joyce was like, here, saying no, you shouldn't come in my house. Joyce kept Essie away from the house, tried to keep Essie away from the funeral. She tried everything. Even after the daughter was like, Ma, you're being toxic. Because, wow, she didn't care. So that was so sad for me because, like, you think your sadness is above the other person's sadness. It doesn't work. Instead, you become friends with Matiba,
Yeah. Yeah.
who leaves you with twins.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yo.
I would never be friends with anyone who leaves me with twins.
No.
You are my enemy.
Yeah.
You hate me.
Forever.
Yeah. Twins.
Not one.
Two.
And not toddlers, guys.
Babies.
Amawele.
You hate me.
Breastfeeding kids.
Also,
Yes,
good
it-
job there by showing the body, like the skeleton,
Yes,
the
and the
ribs,
makeup. And the makeup.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
You
Because
did
when he
that.
was deep inside the corks, he was there with the, you know.
Yeah, and
Yes.
the E and the E
And the
and the
Yeah.
Also, Jonas, who still dies of AIDS.
Where do you guys get these words?
Haribo.
Is that like is there a dictionary for these?
Yeah,
my God.
it's called like female dictionary. The stunts, great.
What stance?
The stunts, fighting scenes.
Yes, there's the fight scene.
oh,
Jonas,
right,
yeah, especially the ones where Jonas is beating the
The
ladies,
son. Oh,
the
yes.
son, the
Oh,
ladies,
yes, all of them.
everybody. They were
Because he's
so
a
good.
beater.
He's a beater. Even there were many moments in the fight scenes where I thought we would do corner, also lahlelo over the stairs, over the balcony, over
when they were fighting upstairs.
fighting upstairs.
Yo, I was also
Yeah.
like, in fact, I was so desperate for someone to die the whole time.
Like, yes,
Because they would get, like, they were edging us. You know what edging is?
Yeah.
They were edging us so much. They were edging us so much that fight on the balcony, I was just like, throw him over.
Throw him over. I thought Menzi was going to be
Because
tossed
I was
over.
so desperate, right?
And at an unexpected moment. Oh, you guys love aging us.
They really do.
At the one moment where we least expect it, Sarah pushes her mom
Jon
down the
Snow.
stairs.
Guys,
What the
you see what I mean? Guys, of all the people to hurt,
Guys,
you know who I wanted to go down the stairs? Sarah herself.
Sarah.
Mhlonyana.
I'll be honest. Once we started seeing that Usara is actually the daughter to Jonasi,
Yeah.
and we started seeing the relationship and how she's treated and how she really wants to be close to her dad and stuff. I'll be honest. There was a point where I just wanted to hug her.
Really?
Yeah, maybe it would have helped us because she was so
weird, 'cause
annoying.
I didn't feel any pity for her.
But that's often the case. I mean, we come across those types of family members where from the inside they constantly look at this family member. They're like, "Hey,
She's the black sheep,
but
literally.
they don't understand the fact that this person is going
Is
through
hurting.
so much on their own.
Yes, yes.
They lash out and they don't even
Yes.
know how to lash out because they've tried the tender route, no one cares. They've tried the direct route, no one cares.
She did.
So I might as well just be a problem. Maybe then they're gonna notice me.
That's why
you know?
she ends up doing fellatio and her sister's boyfriend.
And isn't it crazy how this makes all the sense? How they say Guti umtwana in order to get attention, they will act out.
Yeah.
Because for some reason, negativity is highlighted. It is
Yes.
made bigger and superimposed in
Than
your life.
everything else.
Because the only time we started paying attention to this girl, really, I mean, besides the fact that she's got a really good rack.
She got derriere.
Yo, hey,
She is like from the
Yeah,
side,
no,
from
she,
the top, from Hula.
yeah, she's besides
every
the
time
fact
she
that
walks in the room, you hear Parmalat.
That's right. That's what me and my family say.
He's terrible. Not my husband. Don't love this nigga. These thoughts and views are not of the Khatebe's household. What?
Supported.
We started paying attention to her after she steals a phone.
The phone.
Yeah,
You know, and that's when we saw how wretched Lindani is. But that's when we like this was,
yes.
Kicking. Nani came through.
You're kicking.
like, I don't care if your mom was here. F you.
Yeah.
Now let's move on to the things that made us ill.
Cut. No. Cut.
This is an overall for the entirety of the series. You guys should have called it the spineless dog.
I was about the name. The Polygamist.
The book should have just been called the spineless dog. And the reason why is because, you know, when you speak on cultural things, right? We often forget that just because something can have a cultural connotation, that's the essence of what that thing is. That wasn't polygamy.
At all.
That was ubuntu.
At all.
Ubuntu.
Can we workshop alternate names for this show? Because it could have been called The Man. Underneath the dog. It could have been called
Chili bite.
The chili bite.
The chili bite.
Could have been called the mkotoi.
Them Kotoy. Could have been called
The hoe.
Thank you. It could have been called Another Day at Work.
All the names that Joyce gave Umatiba.
It could
It
have
could
been
have
one of
been
those.
called that.
Or it could have just been the human petri dish. Because you
could have
don't
been
care
called
whose
that.
DNA you have.
What happens when you don't take ARVs?
It
Could have been called Grown Man, Not Grown.
It could have been called the case study to illness.
Yeah, it's good that they call it the Polygamist.
Yes.
Because,
Yes.
like we said, there are so many people who get this thing called polygamy wrong.
Yes.
And polygamy clearly has many faces. Many. The right one, the wrong one, the
Then
New
Jonasi.
adjusted,
new adjusted,
21st
you know.
century version.
Yeah, so it, I guess. It's
So because it really does stand truth in a lot of cases that polygamists are actually just hoarders.
Yes.
Like that's all you're doing because they
Angeneliswa.
can have
I can't have enough.
they can have 10 wives and I promise you the 11th one is a side chick.
Ask me about my kingdom. I know. Ask me.
Yes.
She's the Swati.
That's why it's Swatini.
She ran.
Ask us about
when the king on the returns day. Let me tell you a story about
she
my
saw him
friend.
and said, "Oh hell no!"
Wabaleka umngani wami wathatha iridi yakhe shwi yabaleka neridi yakhe and then she was like, oh hell no, you ain't gonna touch this. And then that's how she
ended up here.
That's how she ended up here, and the king is still looking for her till
this
this
day.
day. To this day,
She has changed her name three times.
she's got 3 names. She just switches between the two because you're never gonna catch me.
One thing that they did well was keeping true to the culture of polygamy, that it's always, well, not always, but the idea of having a second wife is initiated by the woman.
Yes.
So that was cool. Even though this was a very city version of polygamy, it was really cool that they kept it to that. Because Joyce only does this at her wit's end.
Yeah.
Which is like, I can't change him. My dog is a dog.
So I might as well.
So I might as well give
Bring
him
him
what he
in.
wants.
Guys, and me, I've got a question.
question us.
Where on earth is Jonasi's family?
Damn!
Because somebody should have said something.
Hey, where's your family, bro?
Where's your mom?
Besides your brother, like, where's your
Where's
family?
your daddy? Where's
Because
your uncles?
they
Where?
never-
Who are the people that are loboling these women
Then
and saying nothing?
And Lobolad Matipa, guys.
How? Why did nobody say, but we have a AC
Oh,
over
man.
there? Did the first wife agree?
Did the
Have you
family-
met the first wife?
So that means, okay, so that obviously means that Ubunja is extended to the family because the family also clearly kept the secret.
and on wedding days, they
And
don't
then-
ask where the other women are.
They came through and Lobola the whole stranger.
So now, who are these people who are loboling? Did he pay
They
her?
might not even be family.
Again, book girlies, please tell us in the
Yeah, please
comments.
tell
Was
us.
there a family around Jonas outside of his immediate family?
Because how do you get away with marrying people like
What
this?
is this?
It's not even a different country.
No, guys.
No, you're playing us.
No,
You're playing
guys.
us.
Yeah, I know.
No, guys.
Oh, Freedom. Guys, I love him as a character. Very great character. You played that role. But guys, nothing about Freedom. The way he looks and the way he carries himself says he's a drunkard. Freedom, I don't know if maybe it's the director or it's you, but the way you played that drunkard,
That
Yeah,
opening scene was
that
not
opening
believable.
scene was
You are not
extra
exposed to
as hell,
drunk.
man.
Not believable.
I have a cut. I know that it was a visual metaphor. I don't think that title sequence was the best looking title sequence for the show.
Oh, it made no connection to the story.
They made that one connection. Look at me,
That one
know
time,
a
yes,
fish.
I know exactly which
but-
scene.
No,
It's
no.
it's the scene where Joyce is having a boxing little thing with her
Yeah,
friend outside
yeah.
in the
Saying
in the
I wanted to
thing.
kill him. He thinks I wanted to kill me.
Yes, this is when the idea starts to plant in her head. Maybe you know, but no, man. That's
So-
opening sequence. Fish.
That was a bit
It's a
weird.
bird flying and then eats the fish.
No.
Johnny
It also looks like something out of these British films or British series.
It looks like you're gonna hear 50-50. 50,
It just for me, it looks like the opening of an animated story, like arcane type of thing.
like that title sequence.
It's that show on Showmax Lair Guardian, something point
Grosse Point Society.
Yeah, so-
where the
it's
girls are
giving-
posh.
I
Well, they
felt,
are
I felt
posh,
there was
guess.
I felt there was a disjointedness there, and it's not necessarily the entirety of it. I just think the main color shouldn't have been blue. I know we're getting into specifics, but color
it just-
invokes
it didn't
emotion,
make-
and
yes,
emotion is psychology.
yes,
That
yes.
blue is not.
It's not
not
not telling you what we're gonna watch.
I have a curious question. There's someone behind the camera who has expressions as we're saying this. What is your opinion on this? Because I'm just curious because I can see.
Oh, so sorry. I just feel like for me it worked. I thought it was artistic. It didn't have to be loud. Already everything else is loud. How it looks, the script, the actors.
Yeah.
I just like the calmness of it. And for me, it told me. For me, it said chasing infinity, which is life, which is the expression of the fish and the bird. Like I kept on pausing and looking for it and trying to find the
metaphor.
the
Makes sense of
meaning,
it.
something I
Yes.
can point to. But just the chasing for me was fun because if I look at Jonas's character and how everything unfolds, it's
Yeah.
like you chase it.
He's
but you
constantly
just have to
chasing
Jonasi Yinja,
something.
But
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm explaining this correctly, but for me,
No,
I see it. It's cerebral.
I see it.
It's cerebral. I see it.
yeah,
I see it.
I
Yeah.
like the quietness of it without actually having it to mean anything to the story.
That's fair.
Shout out to Unozugo, who is directing us there from the Bex today.
Yeah.
I actually like her
But I like her
explanation
explanation,
because
yeah.
yes, it speaks to the character of Jonas.
Chasing something that's
'cause if
unattainable.
he's the bird, outside of what the wife says when she's boxing, if he's the bird that's constantly chowing that fish, that's him. That's him. He stays wanting to chow something.
And he's a free bird who's just constantly
Nothing is
on
holding
to the
him
next.
down.
Yeah.
But agreed again, the colors don't make sense for me. The quietness
Yeah.
doesn't make sense for me. I just wish, I don't know, I wish it had more grit because it really does not feel connected to the thing. But if you're gonna analyze it the way she did with her artistic brain, it makes sense.
Yeah. And also, going back to it makes sense. I mean, biblically, Jonas was taken from his wife by a fish. Moving on.
Can we talk about how wild the timeline skippings in the series are? Guys, we need to work very hard to be
Figure
indoctrinated in this thing that you're doing. Because one day we are young. Next thing it's 5 years later. Next thing it's today.
It's a year
Next
later.
thing it's a year later. No, where are we?
Yeah.
Where are we, guys?
Timeline was wild.
I sat there thinking about this for a while, man. I sat there thinking about it for a while, and I said to myself, the person who directed this film, and wrote the script with these timeline skips, I feel like they saw the show This Is Us and said, I want to replicate this.
Yes.
You know what it looked like at the end of the day?
How to Get Away with Murder plus this
Plus
is
this
us.
one. What it started to feel like was you guys shot it.
Then
And then
you
you all
can-
sat together and went,
And the executive producers and the commissioning editor, they sat there and they were like,
No,
you're
we need a panel review.
you're gonna have to connect some dots here, guys.
show SC why SC's
Plot hole upon plot hole was plugged.
It feels
In
like you guys
episode, what
fixed
episode it was? 10.
10.
Episode 10. And mind you, at episode 9, that's when I started one of my famous walk-arounds
TikToks,
and
they better
TikToks. Because I was like, you guys are starting to lose me here.
No, there were too many plot holes by episode 9 where we were just like,
In fact, by episode 7, where he actually sleeps with Essie, by that point, after he slept with Essie, I packed my bags.
He
I
was
said, I'm
ready
going
to go.
home.
the man stopped working. He was just like, nah.
He was ready to go.
Nah.
I was like, "Ukayonki," and there's no justification. Then you
Yeah.
justified it. Sure, we
Yeah.
appreciate that. But we can't help but feel like this was an afterthought to justify this.
It really was, because episode 10 was an entire flashback and a whole plugging episode. That's all it was. Because it had to justify all those plot holes and all those timeline
Guys.
jumps and skips. No.
Although I will come back and say, in the end, it really was a beautiful trip to
Yeah.
make those dots and connect those
You
dots.
guys
Which
took us on a
Essie
trip.
was the first, my boy.
Took us
That
on
was a while.
And Essie's not married to Makesh. God damn, bro.
So now Makesh's life is on hold because of
Yeah.
you, Jonasi.
Yeah.
Whatever you are taking, whatever muti you are bathing with,
Whoever you're going
Pass
to
it this
visit,
side, bro. We
give
need that.
it to us.
We need
whoever
that.
you're going to visit.
Guys, the club owner on episode 3. Let's talk about. So these boys, we spoke about the club earlier on, where they go and blow off some steam. Obviously, Freedom takes Mzansi, and in fact, no, the kids, all of the kids decide
the
we are
kids are in
going
the
to the
club.
party.
Yeah.
And then Freedom gate crashes because not a friend, but I'm gonna gate crash anyway, which is weird because they hang out with him all the time after that. Why did he have to gate crash like that?
Yeah.
Anyway, he's there partying, and then eventually they start fighting. The boys start fighting for the girls, blah, 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 blah. They break some things in the club. Sharp, we move on from there. Yeah, they throw them out. We live our lives. How? Jiggy, the club owner. There he is finding them at the wedding anniversary. And he's like, yeah, I want to talk about this. And then they, guys,
I can't justify how
Guys,
they got
this-
there. This
guys,
is a popular couple. Somebody must have been recording or live streaming this on IG. Guys, remember we complained.
guys,
Okay.
But
no. This is an elite.
OG.
It's an
Couple.
elite event.
okay,
You don't just enter.
okay,
Obviously,
okay.
there's ministers there. There's all
know what I mean?
types
There's
of
gonna be
people.
security.
There's
It's gonna
gonna
be
be
tight as hell.
security there.
Okay, you're talking
Uyangena
about
wena
entry.
kish kish
Yeah, that's
scorer.
gonna be tight,
Uyangena scorer wena. You look suspicious. You look like you're going to fight us. You look like you have
You
a gun.
look like you was going to
You
fight.
look like a problem. You're entering and you're this big. You're menacing.
And I know
right?
you're not on the guest
And
list.
then you get beaten by Umakesh
Come on.
when you're looking like this.
Guys, some people are big decoratively. They can't fight.
Guys, he didn't fight.
Listen.
No,
He didn't even
that's what I'm
fight.
saying.
Yeah.
That some people are big decoratively.
But guys,
they can't fight. Not everybody who's big is a default fight.
in these types of roles, we need to make use of realism, right?
Exactly. We're not here
A
to do the
club
work.
owner
He's not a
Especially a
bouncer.
man.
is
Mafia.
not going to be a pushover.
He's never going to be a pushover.
He's not a bouncer.
There's a guy who owns. Okay, I'm not going to speak on names. I don't want to be too specific.
Nah,
Yeah.
guys. Like it's You are painting a picture. You're making us sweat.
For me, I can support your the body must match the energy with the bouncer / club owner guy
Yeah.
because that made no sense. Ukuthi uvele wasaba when Magesh beat the other guy and then he grabbed him and they left. Uzi he didn't try fight back. There was a 3-2. Those guys were big, both of them. Somebody should have, it was just a weird scene that didn't make sense. But for Magesh to be able to fight, because he does tell him, Guti, I grew up a Kasi, I'll show you flames.
Look, you can
take the man out the Kasi. You can't take out the Kasi.
I'm not beating nobody. What I'm saying is, if there was some type of, we have got creative freedom. As much as we're adapting the story from a book, there is clearly creative freedom because Magesh is not Magesh alone. There's another brother. He's an amalgamation. So maybe that's why he's beating people up. It's the other brother.
So there was a third brother.
Yeah, there was a second brother. So there were 3 brothers.
So there were 3 brothers.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
So Magesh is everybody. So for me, I feel like the showing me who Magesh was in the past, because in all these flashbacks,
They don't give us
there's
his
no Magesh
backstory.
comes out once giving us money.
He literally,
Once. Show us Ugutu Magesh has always been the guy who was protecting his brother.
Or
Show
protecting
us,
Essie
or
Gay.
protecting Essie. Show us that he was once a fighter. Ugutu Manje, even
There
in
was
his
no
old
backstory.
age, he still has the skill. He may not have
Yes.
the muscles, but the
Yes.
skill stays with you, because he ducks. He clearly has the skill. When Lorna Jonas tries to hit him, he ducks.
Yes.
He knows when the timings.
a missed opportunity where they could have used that. When Essie's initial boyfriend, Yellow Vurpakai, when he comes and Jonas tries to be like, hey, don't treat Essie like that. Magesh could have
should have
come
been there.
and being like, you can't do that
He
to
should
my
have been the guy,
brother.
yeah.
Because now Benzanga Jonas unenkani, he's got some. Jonasi is just a nonsense.
He's
the
a
whole
nonsense. This is
time.
why it's
Man,
like
the guy-
That's why.
The dude is just a
That's why
weasel.
Matipa can grab him by the balls there and tell him.
he's literally just a weasel.
You know what I mean?
That's what he is.
So no, that
know?
missed opportunity. They could have, but they
So
didn't.
I think to
I get your
to
argument.
fix
I get
my
your
argument and be politically correct and socially correct, we need to know where he gets the skill from for us to justify him
Amen.
looking like this and fighting the way that he's fighting.
Amen.
This Joyce does not correct them. The mom said to Joyce, open an offshore account. She was like,
Hey.
correct them. So
Hey.
Joyce is the last person.
Joyce.
Joyce is
Joyce.
fine with just be. Joyce,
Joyce, okay, let me get on Joyce for a second. Joyce, so he's slim.
Joyce, guys, no. Joyce is a deep down killer. Because Joyce has been trying to kill Jonas from the beginning of time.
Hey, she tried it.
She tried to shoot him, she tries to poison him, and then she gave him AIDS. She is out here saying, this is of Falenja. She was too busy plotting this guy's death to think about
the company whose promotions.
Affidavits.
I'm gonna.
She tried to burn him too, so.
Hey, she straight tried to kill this nigga.
unintentionally, but she tried.
Yeah.
She tried.
She's
She
a
tried.
killer.
The reason I'm raising this whole Matipa promotion thing is because I want to take the moral high ground. Okay, so I'm above you now. Okay, so guys, kahle le ndaba yokuthi nizolala nabo baba bethu nabo malumo bethu ukuze ngizothola ama promotion. Nicabanga sizophelelaphi kahle kahle.
And also,
Yes.
Nicabanga sizophelelaphi.
especially
Twins.
if this is being
Please
done,
don't promote this.
Especially if this is being done in 2026, women don't need to do this.
We
anymore.
don't.
So
Thank
if
you.
As a woman,
Thank
you're
you.
still
Can we-
doing
no.
this.
Ngicela, if we're gonna adapt stories that can we delete these things?
All I'm saying is you ain't gonna eat this for free. You ain't gonna eat this for free. Woo! Okay, so the anniversary is happening, guys, right? They're renewing their vows, and Usai chick was invited, and she thought she's gonna come there and tell Joyce that, honey, it ain't happening.
He not coming.
Kandi, it's happening. The guy was like, I'm here, baby. Not out of free will, but out of blackmail, sort of somehow. But she doesn't know this at the moment. She just sees her man not divorcing and remarrying this woman, so she pissed. So while she's there in her red dress,
Fiery.
Mamaga Joyce and I don't know who approach Umatipa and say to her,
It's the minister's wife.
and minister's wife approach Matip and be like, how dare you, wena, stay away, what's wrong with you? Yeah, fighting for Joyce.
Keberesh.
Did Matipa not say fuck off?
To a whole adult.
That was
To 2 adults.
Guys.
No, guys.
Guys.
No. Multiple times they did this on the show.
Guys.
Where the youngins, where the youngins
Yeah.
are disrespectful
They're
to
disrespectful.
100,000 guys.
No, guys.
No.
I wanna
We are not
the
like
part
that.
of the show that is I keep complimenting with the South African. But at this part, it's not South African. I'm
Many
sorry.
times they did this. No.
We don't do that, guys. I know that it happens in situations, but you need to be pushed so far for you to start telling umuntu omdala to fuck off. Guys, every older person is our parent, essentially.
That's who we are.
We really, you can't this is the first time they speak to her. It's not like they were struggling her every time. It's the first time.
Yeah.
And she's like, I fuck off when.
Yeah.
Especially to the minister's wife.
To the
considering
minister's
that
wife.
She tried her husband.
tried her
That's
husband.
wild,
That was
to,
wild
me.
to me.
Like,
Again, didn't justify, this is something we spoke about earlier, freedom, his behavior. There were so many times he was disrespectful before they answered us 17 episodes later.
you know,
Yeah.
Why are we writing characters where young people are disrespectful to adults?
we don't
for
do that
no
here.
reason.
Here we don't do that, and we don't promote it either. I really
don't.
want to say,
I don't care how
let's not
modern
make
you
this
are.
a no.
No.
Filmmakers, can we not make this a norm?
Don't write
Where-
nonsense we don't recognize.
Our kids are watching. We don't want this. They're not watching this show, but this 18-year-old
They're
ones
watching
are
the
watching.
channel.
Yeah.
We
Don't
don't want
promote
this.
Let's not do that.
And then coming back, now we are switching it around. Umamaga Joyce. It's a bride, they're normal Sunday brides. And she's there by the pool.
Hey,
She's there by the pool
Hey.
lounging and everything is nice.
being a diva.
And then kungena ulindani wabantu. We haven't established ukuthi
Nompume.
uyisenqamgwaqo.
Nompume.
Uyangena umpume and Lindani. So we know, and the family knows that these are besties. Ulindani is wearing a tiny, it's not even tiny.
It's not up to,
It was
up to her
It was
knees,
just
doggy.
just above the
A
knees.
tennis dress. It
was
up
just
to her
above the knees.
knees.
Ugogo uthi.
Ugogo wakho means.
Uyabulisa uthi sanibonani gogo.
Like a respectful child.
And he's like ugogo wakho wena.
Like,
Guys, her character has never been that.
that was strange.
The same way we are saying we do not disrespect elders.
Let's-
Let's
Elders
not-
don't disrespect
Let's,
us
yeah,
either.
let's not do that.
No.
Let's not do
Don't
that.
promote
Let's not
this
do that.
nonsense.
Yeah.
My cut about it is that it is out of character.
It is out
It's
of
out of character.
Absolutely
I
out
did
of
not
character.
see it.
Inconsistent. Yeah.
She was not that woman.
And she never went back to being like that
That
after
one
that
scene.
one scene.
Ngicela sikhulume ngama-week.
As a
Wakule
whole
film.
Wale show.
Wakule show le.
Guys,
Ngoba kune-
ama-week kamatipa.
Yabona amawiki kamatipa ne ingathi umoya mawushayile wiki kwamele uthi to get to the other side.
Guys, what is happening with Matipa's wigs and continuity? Today the wig has edges, or the edges make sense.
Bro.
And then the next moment, now it's
Same
laid
wig,
nice.
You know what I
same
mean?
outfit.
Now you've got nice laid edges. You didn't have edges, now we have edges.
Now you got
Edges.
him. Elela Ray J on that where the head keeps changing.
You
The
know
head
what I
just
mean?
keeps
And then you've got the
changing.
mahwanga that are very thick and look like they've been pasted. Then the hwangas are layered nicely. Guys,
What was
We
happening?
pay attention to every.
What was happening, bro? Like at some points, those wigs looked like one of those little detachable heads from like the Legos toys. Where you just-
yes.
and then you put on a new hairstyle. Like, what was going on?
Please be careful, guys. We look at wigs. You are selling us opulence,
Yeah.
money.
Yeah. Yeah.
Handle
So please don't do it.
Can I bring out a point real quick? Which is sort of a counter. Well, it's not a counter argument. It's the comma I was waiting for. I complimented you guys on your music. What I meant to say is at later parts of the series.
Yeah,
There's
it's
this
only
one
later.
particular scene, my friend.
Earlier on.
I can't remember what scene it was specifically. But as soon as the music started playing, do you know what I pictured? I pictured Arthur and the round table.
Yeah, the
We
earlier
said this.
We said
Yeah.
this.
The
Yeah.
music did not make sense.
Excalibur.
I thought they were going to say, Sir Jonasi.
Stand
It
down
seems
over
we're at
there.
we have found an adversary within Count Johannesburg.
Swing.
What was
with
going
their
on,
heads.
guys? What
No,
was that?
off with their heads.
Like, did you guys get that specific song of Suno?
Nah,
What
that
you
no,
guys do
no,
then?
that was not a thing.
'Cause, yeah, that
the
was
music
great.
got better.
Yeah,
Crazy.
crazy work.
Guys, Zini. The Zulu in this show.
This is literally my point. Literally my next point. I hate you. This is the third episode she's done this to me.
Yes, that's what happens when you marry somebody. We take all the good shit. So,
This is the mind meld I speak about.
guys, it is Zulu like higher.
Yeah.
The Zulu of this home.
Yeah.
This film is set, this series rather, is set in Soweto.
Johannesburg,
Partly
Soweto,
Joe.
yeah.
Soweto, guys, more Soweto, more next door more. You know, I can walk there in a couple of days. But the Zulu sounds like it is good. There's a Scotty in KZN where the Zulu was unplugged.
Just for context, the point that made me go, "Aye, man," was where we go to the house Yaga is, you know, the freedom.
The
I think to
phone confrontation.
the phone confrontation. The previous night they had at a party. In that party, parents walk in, they find out these ones are having a party. What the hell? Yeah, chase everybody out. Phone goes missing, right? Sharp. Next day, they do find my phone.
Soweto.
So then they go to the house. And as they're having, before they even walk in, freedom, uyangena, he has a hangover, uhlala phansi, athi, hey, bang izolo.
Benga.
Guys, I didn't even know what that means.
That is KZN slang, guys.
They had to explain.
And I'll be
to
very
me.
honest. Mina ngiphume Soweto, ne? I'm talking Shawela, Dube, Mapetla, ngikhuluma all the way to Ezola. In none of these neighborhoods, if I ever come across umuntu okhuluma, is KZN.
Ganja.
The only people who say banging are people who were one raised by KZNers and are from
still
KZN.
avidly, yes.
Because now, and they still continue visiting
Yes.
KZN
And very
all the time.
avidly so.
They established Uesi as a person from Soweto. They established the son was born in Soweto. So there's never been a KZN. In fact, the person who went to KZN is Jonasi.
Yeah.
Because he went to establish and get his
And study there.
and study there, but he came back. His home is here, guys. You can't.
lost.
We know the Kasi KZN slang, and we know the Joburg KZN slang.
It's not
You
the
can't
same.
come to me and be like, "Yo, it's champile,
Yeah,
it's champile
Hey,
in Joburg."
Bang ilizolo.
Ubenga, ubuyenkwarini.
No.
These are the terms that we don't use in Joburg.
There's so many other terms you could use. Besichakatula.
Yeah,
besiwa,
besiwa.
Like there's so many different terms you could use. You know
Like
what I mean?
bampaqile. Oh, that's what we say. I would say
And also
champile.
not to say that we're saying it's wrong to use KZN slang, but give the characters a backstory that justifies them speaking so deep.
And it's not just him. It's not just.
It's not just him. Yeah,
There's
yeah.
others. They are all.
of them.
Ukukushem when I put together. She
didn't.
I mean, we know
Now
you
you're
from.
Ulindani Zulu Saki.
Ukuku, it
All
makes
of them.
sense because they found Hevele in KZN. They
Yes,
met there.
yes.
So it makes sense for Kuku to speak that way.
Yeah.
But Uesi, Haibo.
Yeah.
Guys, I heard Esi trying to be all deep Zulu there. It
They
doesn't
gave her that
no,
script
no,
and
no,
that
no, 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 honey.
didn't make sense, guys.
No, your accent says you're here, we are us.
Yeah, no, kumiskasi.
Oh, Wiskasi, guys.
You're in so and you ukulele khona,
Ukulele
guys.
khona.
No, guys.
Bamthola khona la.
South Africa's got this. I don't know why, guys, but I know we want to represent our language as well, and we 11 official language, and we're proud. But guys, I personally am so tired of watching shows where the language is so deep. The Zulu is deep. The Tswana's deep. No.
If you're
set in Joburg,
thank you.
be Joburg.
Use the dialects that exist. They exist for a reason.
For a reason, yes, there are gonna be
Yes.
some KZN people who speak it. We get it. But guys, everybody,
Yo, this is a very big cut for me personally.
Cut it.
From the perspective of the story itself and not just the movie. I'm talking about the book. I'm going back to this book, bro. Episode 8. This is after we discover Uguti the twins are here. Ne? Sharp. Uma Waga Mama twins. I keep forgetting names now because I'm so
Matiba.
yes, Matiba, right? Is there at the house helping her take care of the twins. Ooh, Jonas comes to the house.
Yo. Wow.
I just want to say the most disgusting thing I've seen you do from everything else was forcing a woman who is
just-
in stitches, who just gave birth,
To your children.
who is fatigued and has her mother
In
the,
the
other
next room.
and you forced her to give you head.
Fellatio.
I'm sorry, bro.
That's
It's
disgusting.
it's some things that when we write them and we go, yeah, it's a good scene, we should come back and be like, maybe I shouldn't write this.
Or maybe I shouldn't shoot it.
I
Because they could have alluded to it via
I'm,
sound.
and I'm not,
guys.
and once again, I'm not saying that it was wrong for you to put it on there. I'm saying for me personally, to have to sit there and watch that
was
scene,
distasteful.
I didn't like that at all.
They could have,
as
yeah.
much as it may have been distasteful, it is not a lie.
It's not a lie. It's not a lie.
To
And there's
how
a lot of times
women get
Yeah,
treated in
a lot of
marriages,
times
in relationships.
this is one of the reasons why when I was speaking about watching it, why women would then go to their mothers for a couple of months
After giving birth.
after giving birth, because there's no issues of you getting in bed with your husband and
While
because
you're healing.
because it's not advised to do that so soon. You have this little 19-year-old, she's probably like 22 now, on top of this man.
Yeah.
his father.
Yeah.
She's young, guys.
Yeah.
She's young. She's not 30. She's not 25. How old is she? What's her age?
What's her
I mean,
real
I don't want to say people are young when they're not young. Wait.
Yeah,
What's her name again?
Lou. Her name is Lou something.
Luyanda.
Luyanda something.
Luyanda
It's Leander's one.
Zwane. Okay. Luyanda Zwane. She's 22. I'm right.
Called it.
I know.
I'm hoping, because it's an international company doing this with us, that they are, what are they called? Sex, what?
Intimacy coaches.
Intimacy coaches.
Yeah.
They are,
Yeah.
all the things that make the people, not just the women, the people that are doing these sex scenes comfortable
And safe.
I hope
Because
so.
some movies, when they shoot these things, they'll do a close set where there's like 2 or 5 person shooting that scene, and they will even coordinate and choreograph what's going to happen when, and then they put these. Let's hope, please, because I don't want to hear a story after 2 months. Uguti Banban feels
Ban.
uncomfortable because these stories do come out.
Yeah.
Please, guys, approach this with
With
the
the
utmost
tenderness and care that it deserves.
It is a 20-something-year-old on a foot. There's literally 20-year difference. It's crazy, guys, and I'm scared.
I'm scared.
Anyway,
I have one.
okay.
So in the scene, there's a scene where now obviously Jonas seems to be going through his own spiral, where he no longer cares about upholding this image or this facade that he put on, right? And then he goes partying at the tavern with Essie. Actually, they're holding each other and this and that, right? Now here's my thing.
It's on his birthday where everyone forgets his birthday.
Yes.
Yeah.
When
Now,
he decides to remember his first.
and after he gets into the fight with the little calls of Mama, they keep nailing onto my peanut, right? Now, it's been set up bright, like nice and early on that this is a prominent family, right?
Yay.
Now, the family being prominent, this goes without saying. In 2026, even the most prominent person, Ose Breinstein, if he's that prominent from a national level, so for this man to go around partying in broad, like in full public view with the wife of his brother
with your
And
sister-in-law.
behaving the
and
way
being
he was.
raunchy, and I'm like, that's kind of
And
weird.
it's the
don't you
same
think that's
club.
weird?
It's not somewhere far away.
It's the club that's owned by the mother of his daughter's friend.
guys.
That's kind of strange, guys. That's kind of weird. I don't know.
And
It's kinda
also
weird.
for that behavior to go unchecked. Nobody recorded it. And many times, guys, this weird behavior happens outside. Like Joyce attacking Umatipa at the salon. There was a girl who was actually recording
Yes,
that.
yes, there
That
was
was
a
the
girl.
one time where I let it slide. But too many times there were public events where they don't get the public attention they would today because everybody has one of these.
Okay, I have 2 notes, right? When the cousins, when Umpume and Ulindani go over to Essie's house because they believe that Umpume's cell phone is somewhere in that area, they don't necessarily know that it's in that house. They know that it's in Soweto.
Hey,
Right?
hey.
They enter Essie's house with all the fury.
Ngamandla.
And they're kicking tables and they're saying, yeah, what's the phone? Silandi phone. Guys, we were partying together yesterday.
Yeah.
You came here to ask Freedom, who happens to be the kingpin of the hood, Uguti, can you help me find my phone? Because they said it's in Soweto. I get why Sarah's defensive because she stole the phone. Sharp, that I get. But why are we should have been questioning why Sarah is defensive.
Yeah.
We could have been, and then when
Why are you acting?
Why
Because
Uje?
that
Yeah, like, why
moment
you
made
like
me
this?
question their entire friendship.
exactly.
Yeah, because I mean,
There's no way
they hang
you
out
are
and
Destiny's
then-
child and then you're going to attack
Bruh,
Michelle
like
out of
we,
the blue.
We hang out, then you fight me.
What's
Then-
going on?
Then tomorrow we hang out again, then you fight me.
Nah.
We
That
were
is
sitting
weird.
here asking, what's wrong with y'all? They
That
should have asked
scene
Sarah,
didn't
what's
make
wrong
sense.
with you?
Yes.
Because Freedom came and said, Manje, Destiny's child, what's going on? But then everyone was already fighting. It's as if they knew that Mpume stole the phone. But there's nothing later on Sarah stole this phone. There's nothing later on where Ulindani goes, yes, we tatted the phone. Yes, we tatted. They would have justified the anger. Nothing. They just storm out and no follow-up. I'm sitting here like, what? You know, guys, this show is not set in the 90s or the 80s.
It's now.
It's now. And as much as Jonas was in denial of his condition, once he get to a certain point, you can't deny it anymore, and now you're too sick. You're going to the hospital now. People are taking care of you. I know people who have come back from ECD4 count A, non A,
A2.
like minus don't.
Bapusha boy 2. Ama CD4 count wako. Atinata pusha no te asida.
You know what I mean?
It's in
And they've lost their minds even. They're just delirious because it does mess with your brain. By the way, I think you guys forgot certain symptoms, but it's fine.
Yeah.
It does mess with your mind where you're just going crazy. People have come back from that by taking medication. They have come back, guys. So for me right now, I'm just like, Jonasi Bulalwe yini at this point, because
pneumonia to justify this nonsense, which doesn't make sense because pneumonia is not a fatal disease.
that's in a TB.
Yeah.
You could have just
Guys, it was the dumbest thing. I had this conversation with Nomti the next day when I was finishing, when we were watching on that. Guys, it made no sense. Uguti uJonasi ukhwehlele namhlanje.
Hawu.
Next week,
Hi, bo.
halfway to death. Next week,
Hi.
wheelchair.
No, guys.
No, but
Okay.
but hold on. But they showed us, remember guys, they showed us a passage of time through
Again.
Yeah,
the
they said it's a
timeline
year
jump.
later.
The timeline jump again.
Yeah, and then even the birthday.
Bored.
You know what I mean? The lost birthday that he was
Yeah,
able
so
to
it's
be
a-
shown. So they showed us
Still
a
doesn't
passage of
justify.
time,
Magic Johnson lived 60 million years.
Billion. Ipholile futhi ayiseko.
No, alright.
Right, he's
So
cured
please,
it.
no.
But my thing is, guys, when you're at that point now where you're pooping yourself and you can't.
Sniff.
Guys, I'm sure Lindane was taking medication at that point. Oh, Lindane was taking me. There's no way Lindane was living her best life. Lindane said, take a medication. If she was able to advise him to take medication, no girl was also doing.
Yes.
For some. And I feel like, yes, if umuntu ofana no, nalokai doesn't want to take medication and you're under my care,
And he's rich, guys.
You're
he has
rich.
access to medical care.
you can get, guys, ngiyayifaka le ARV emanzini wakho. Ngiyifaka emdokweni wakho. I will grate it if I have to. You are living. Do you know what I mean?
was so
because she was
so
she
dumb.
was dependent on him.
She
being
was
alive and
dependent
healthy.
on him being alive. So
But the way she was moving, it's like I already have everything you own, so like I'm just not gonna care about
You know, yeah, it was cool, but also it was beautifully done because it was in line with her character.
Yes.
Like, oh,
she doesn't think far.
Young Ho. That's what I was calling her as I was watching. Oh, Young Ho was like what I wish Joyce was. This is gonna speak to the cut that I have because she was very self-centered, very much like a younger version of Matipa. She was like, I'm gonna get what I came here to
Okay,
get
true.
and get the hell out.
Yeah.
And if I can't get the hell out, I'm gonna take what I came to take. And she was there. She was like, and y'all see the scene where she brings him back to the celebration of the book launch.
Yeah.
We'll just start in the heck now.
Yeah, take them nigga.
I'm done. I've done my time.
He
She's
pooped
like,
himself. Nah, take him.
Listen,
Take him.
she was washing that man in a shower. So I go get black refuse bags.
As hospice whoop. This
Guys.
guy's got money.
Girl,
Where are the nurses? Why did she have to do the
made
taking care of?
no sense.
Where are the nurses? She,
Multi-millionaire.
sorry.
And if
Made no
and if
sense.
this is written in the book,
Where are the
then-
nurses?
Then the book, hey, yo.
Are there no nurses there
book
by
girlies-
Zimbabwe?
I keep saying book girlies, book boys.
Yeah, because if they wrote
Tell us.
out an additional brother,
They wrote
then
out
maybe
the
they
nurse.
wrote out the nurses.
They wrote
maybe
out the hus-
You know why they
you know?
left that in there? So they could give us that senior diary of a mad black woman. which
Because
they
it
gave
was.
us at the
It
end.
was. There's an old diary from a black
We
woman.
saw y'all. Can we please have the women in the country that have gone through things and have justified their men's behavior? Please hit us up in the comments and tell us,
Yeah, and tell us like,
why do you stay?
is it a thing and why did you do it? You know?
No, because we don't want to judge. Tina, we are not in your
We're
shoes.
just
Because
curious.
Joyce multiple
Yeah.
times justifies this to her daughter and says, "Mina phela ngisemendweni, akulula." Okay. Guys, please tell us, what is your logic? What do you say to yourself to say, I'm gonna fight?
Because
another day?
also,
Rule number 5, you're gonna fight.
also the justification usually is a kayak to a I need to be this, a kayak to a but then Umamaga Joyce kept saying, "Girl, why are you here?
Joyce's
Yeah.
mom was not
Lomshato
that
is going to
girl.
kill you." Joyce's mom was
repeatedly.
like, "Don't stay, don't do
Repeatedly.
what I did. I stayed in a bad marriage."
Did she say this?
Yes, open an
Oh.
offshore account because I was left with nothing. Why are you doing this? And she was just like, "No, not me, not me." I understand that she's a social media influencer and she is a face of don. But I think choosing yourself is very important because there are moments where she did choose herself and then she keeps coming back and falling
Also,
back. and
Addiction.
the fuck type of names do these twins have?
Ashley and who?
Haley?
What the hell?
What?
Woo?
From Matipa.
Ashley?
Not Jonasi.
Guys, please get out of here.
Mpume?
What?
Mzansi.
Oh, my tipa, when are you gonna name your kid Ashley?
Lindani.
What? It sounds like she used to follow these fairy tales young, and she was like, one day I'm gonna have a child who's Ashley and Haley. Ashley and Haley?
Also, can we go back to the name got Freedom? Who named him Freedom?
Oh, Freedom.
But freedom was
I mean,
free.
oh, I
Okay,
mean,
fair,
I mean,
fair,
I mean,
yeah,
I
yeah,
mean,
yeah,
I mean,
yeah, I get it,
I
I
mean,
get it,
I mean,
I
you know
sorry.
the book, man. But no.
Y'all silly. Y'all silly as fuck.
My bad. Okay, I get it.
Guys,
Yeah,
what
the
in the
names are strange.
colonialism is going on here? Guys, please free yourself. Mandela didn't die for us so that we can name our kids Ashley and Haley. And Mugabe did not die for us so that we can name our kids Ashley and Haley. He died for us so we can name our kids matriculation and
circumstances.
success and circumstances
Eh.
and who?
Suspicious.
Ashley is not African. No. I was suspicious. I made it.
Evidence.
I made it after a long
Yes.
Evidence, Moyo.
Oh,
Don't come here, you guys.
Moses.
Oh.
Matipa.
I'm telling you.
Haley.
The only hailing here is coming from the sky.
Eh.
Okay, I have a cut that didn't make sense for me. I know because Ugel uneterupel. But who was dressing Usara, guys?
Manasara.
I-
Yeah, no, they were deliberately
Who was dressing Usara?
they were deliberately putting in outfits that were just like
Would just
but in the same breath.
high-waisted skirts.
But in the same breath,
leather.
I think about when I was like in my teens, right?
Yeah.
And I saw the girls that were like the peers.
Yeah.
Whatever the outfit was at that point in time,
Was
that
to
would get
accentuate
the,
the thing
there were
that-
women who were dressed. There were girls who were dressed.
No,
like
you
that
know what
at
my
that point in
issue
time.
is? Isn't that they were dressing her for her boobs? They were dressing her like she's 55.
Oh, yes.
Guys,
True. There's a
guys,
one checkered outfit
aye,
where I mean it
guys.
looks good on her,
one
but you can tell
minute
like this
she's
is an
emo,
old person.
She's dressed in black, sheer black.
It's like you guys couldn't
Then the
decide
next
what.
one, she's dressed in like a 55-year-old woman who lives in
the
is in
UK.
a gardening team. Like, no, man.
Guys, it's as if you guys could
She's
not
16.
decide
She's 16.
what her character was. I don't know if maybe that is to show that she doesn't know who she is.
Well done then.
Then if that's the
what they were
case,
speaking to.
then great. Because everyone else had
But
a
it
style.
confused me.
Everyone else had a style.
Yeah.
Umpume would wear her cute crop tops and baggy jeans and
her-
her
yeah.
tights and stuff.
Yes.
And then we knew Gutumenzi
we
was
are
trying
wrong.
so hard.
Menzo was dressed like a 12-year-old.
You know, we
Yeah,
knew that.
you know.
Oh, young ho was
Was
dressed
dressed
like a young
a
ho.
young hoe.
You know?
Yeah.
And this one was
It
everywhere.
was confusing.
Yeah.
Guys, and then she's a girl, what's a guy? See who's quiet. We know how the quiet, gutsy girls dress. Like, she doesn't dress like that. Ooh, guys. And it's just so cute.
With the streak in the braids that made...
Ulindani, I just want to find out because the timelines are crazy here, guys. The timelines are wild. We're doing so much work.
It was so exhausting.
Ulindani goes to KZN with Jonas, right? And then comes back and has a conversation with her friends
About her bae.
about her bae.
That bae.
She didn't go home first. I mean, she got panties in her bag.
Lindani is a free bird.
There's no need to show the underwear in order to explain the poetry. Guys, we've got phones. I can show you lingerie by Googling. Because she's already had it, she could have had a picture of herself in the lingerie that Jonasi took. That she could show her friends.
Yeah.
Guys, I don't know. I know I am responsible for killing this man. But even in my responsibleness, there's no way in hell I'm jumping into a bed with you looking all types of deathy.
Absolutely
Joyce,
not. I'm not touching you,
I'm
my
not
friend.
touching your sores, honey. I'm not touching all your weirdness.
Guys.
Joyce, guys, hops into bed with Jonas because Jonas is feeling cold because that is a symptom that you guys got, right?
Yeah.
Towards the end of his life, he really starts feeling cold no matter how many blankets you put on him. And then he's like, please come in. Please come in. What? What?
Nyefundin.
What?
Nyefundin.
I didn't want you while you were healthy. There's no in hell I'm going to hug you now.
This
not
is
touching
why
that part was weird.
This is why when she says she really believes Essie loved him, I really believe Joyce loved him because she's been doing the most for this man.
Joyce loves pain. That's what
Joyce
Joyce
loves
loves.
pain.
I did say she was
Joyce-
an addict. She
Guys-
is an
loves
addict.
pain.
She's addicted to drama.
She's
because there
addicted.
are types like
So
Yeah.
I'm not even
Yeah.
questioning the series itself. I'm questioning
her
the
choices.
book.
Yeah.
The
If
book.
that's
why I keep
there,
coming
that's
back-
wild.
Yes.
and that's why I
Because
keep coming
remember,
back to
in the
that
book, they said Joyce is a bit more aggressive. I don't think in the book a character would do such a thing.
Please
She
tell
probably
us,
wouldn't have.
please,
Yeah,
if
please.
she did that.
If she
Because if she
coddled a
did in
sick,
the book,
dying man
Yeah.
with swords,
Just so she can whisper in his ear that you motherfucker, I'm the one.
you could have done so many ways. Guys,
Not
you're
worth
here
it.
to hug you, to tell you.
it's a no from me.
Now we're
No.
No.
Why on earth are we fighting over a dead body like Umashudu on Mobang? Why are we fighting over this skeleton of a body?
Yeah, I'm trying to
It
rationalize
was so
why that
wild.
was a thing.
That whole thing. I mean, again, for me, it was shock value number 47. I think I named it as such here.
Yeah.
Where it was like, you are just doing more nonsense. Like, guys,
This
I get,
one felt unnecessary.
I get us.
Yeah, I
we
mean,
have
that-
drama or
he's-
we
he's
like
dead now,
things,
bro.
and these things happen, right? But it can't be the same family that's fighting about every
No,
little
guys.
thing. No,
You fight for the person you love.
No,
Yabana, when Essie was fighting for the body, Essie, I understand
You
because she
could
wanted to
justify
have
it for you,
something
yes.
for herself.
Yes, finally,
Finally.
something. Yeah.
Why is Joyce causing a ruckus at a funeral so she can call the
Bringing
nigga a motherfucker?
The police,
Bringing the police?
Yeah.
the police.
And also, guys, how are you legally bringing the police?
Yeah.
These people are all wives.
Yeah.
And we live in a time, this story is set in a time where customary marriages are recognized. You know? So, Ganjani, that's why Matiba was able to withdraw all that money and then get her ass beat for being a criminal
Yeah.
later on because she is recognized as the wife.
Yeah.
But now I cannot fetch the body. I mean, they wouldn't have released the body to begin with if she was not recognized as the wife.
Yeah.
I don't understand this.
Guys, another shock value moment at the funeral. Do y'all remember young Ho bursting out and crying?
Oh,
like she loved.
Shut up. Shut up.
Joyce, guys. It was like I was like, of all people to cry,
Yeah,
of
that
all
was
people
strange.
to like, because she was hollering and falling apart, but also it was so performative. Because when she got outside, what did she do?
Goes and does
Young
what?
Ho did what young hoes do. She
Passing-
was like, "Yo, daddy did
Doubling the age
How
of it,
you do?
passing it to the next.
how you do." She picked up on the sun.
Yeah, no, that's the Mzansi. I don't know, a kind of weird thing you got going on, wanting to be where your father was. That's kind of weird. He might end up being with Matiba
Listen,
at this point.
I've heard stories.
Oh,
I've
guys,
heard stories. I've heard stories of men, Ubaba, and the son
Yes.
who share women.
guys, talk about makeup. Can we talk about the makeup? Bega Jonas. Ese boxing, mamfage ipolish lemnyam ikiwi.
Oh, yeah,
Guys,
yeah,
who did that?
yeah.
Who did that?
Jana said kiwi.
I'd like to have a meeting with you in my office because
Kiwi keeps her face
Protected for a long, long time. I would recommend this show 100%. If you want to feel like you are high all the time, watch this show because
If you want to be triggered,
watch this show. If you want to hate somebody, watch this show.
emotional
Watch it.
roller coaster.
and also, yeah, absolutely, and also, yes, even though it's a show that I personally feel, this is my personal opinion, there are themes and things about the show that I find destructive for our society. I'm always a person who thinks, let's please look aspirational and not always point out like the terrible things in society.
Or
In
or
the s-
babaza them in the way that we
you
have.
know, in the same breath, I say
Shade.
watch the movie because it really was. Watch the series, sorry, because it was well put together. Apart from all these things that we mentioned 1,000 things. I get it, but it's because we're looking to critique, right? If I turn my brain off and I watch this show,
I'm happy.
I will. Yeah, it's a riveting show.
It's
It's
entertaining.
entertaining.
Yeah.
I do feel like it could have been shorter. There's some
could have been.
episodes that I really
Oh
think
my gosh.
it
could have
could have been shorter.
See, if-
You know, it's stained glass. Production company, I am so proud of y'all for giving us something that the whole country is talking about.
Yeah.
The whole world.
The
The whole
world.
world.
I saw the
They
American going,
are-
Jonas, you're a dog. And I was like, that's what I said. That's what I kept saying.
Guys, before Jonas, there used to be Uchili Bite. Chili
Yeah.
Bite.
Oh,
like,
yeah, Chili Bite.
I never thought somebody would take Chili Bite's
Yeah.
position.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
Chili Bite, you held it, my
Yeah.
friend.
But unfortunately,
We, Chili Bite.
you ripped the baton
Maybe
from
Chili
your
Bite
hand.
is Jonas's child. Maybe Chili Bite is Jonas back when he was a youngin. Chili Bite, you're back. Anyway.
Apart from all that, in the hopes that you will get the right message and you will see what the story is actually trying to tell you, 2 thumbs up.
Yes, very entertaining. Yeah. Happy Mental Health Month for men.
Okay, I seen it.